Everybody, we are live from Andy Kuznetsky Field. It's another Indiana Regional Medical Center High School Sports Friday night. Another beautiful high school sports Friday night here as the Indiana High Little Indians get set to take on McKeesport. So good evening, everybody. Mark Hilliard in the S&T Bank broadcast booth getting set to call the ITT pregame show for tonight's game. Joining me is Pat Dougherty, and down on the field is Doug Steve with our Crimson Wealth Management sideline reports all game long. And Pat, another tough test here for the Little Indians here tonight. They took on West Mifflin last night. Real tough test, but you go from one tough running back to another, and this one might be one of the best in the state.
Best in the state, best in the country. Last week against Mars, he had, I believe, 6 touchdowns. His combined yardage, rushing and receiving, was almost 600 yards himself. That's why he's got all the power fours looking at him. He had verbally committed to Penn State prior to the James Franklin situation. He's opened his recruiting, so the world is his oyster, as they say, and he's going to have a lot of callers. And as a junior, it should be a real interesting task tonight for this Little Indian defense. They're going to have to get all 11 guys to the ball, have great lanes, great angles, because if he gets an open space, he's going to beat you with his legs. He is better than Armand Hill, who we saw last week. So, the first 3 touches of the year for this young man, in their first game against Delaware Valley, he had 3 touches, 3 touchdowns. So, he's the real deal. And if you're in the Indiana area, come out and see it, because it's going to be a treat. Yeah,
and the kid we're talking about is the 5'11", 211-pound junior, Keemon Spells, who is, as he's down there warming up, some of the kids are getting photos with him.
Oh, I mean, it's crazy.
And he is, when you see him, like he looks almost like he is a
man.
And as a junior, the size of him, and he looks like a Division I type of player that and we'll see how things go tonight. But Indiana definitely is going to have their hands full. But certainly, it's worth the price of admission to come and at least watch him tonight. And hopefully, we can see a Little Indians defense stand him up a little bit and maybe slow him down and hopefully put some points on the board themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. And, it's more than just Keemon Spells. Their defense is probably the best defense that Indiana will face all year. They're very physical. They're very quick. This is a legitimate football team.
Yeah.
It's not a surprise that they took Mars to the woodshed last week and put 56 on the board against Mars. When you look at their record overall, they're 5-3, but their non-conference schedule was absolutely brutal. And, that's why you come into these games and you can't really compare. We're playing 3A schools in the preseason or in the non-conference. They're playing 5A.
We saw it last week.
Or the top of the line 4A.
Yeah.
So that's what we saw last week, and so
stay with us. Our Indiana Total Therapy pregame show is going to continue. We're going to hear from Coach Valinskis about last week's game and also how they're preparing for McKeesport, Spells and company here tonight. And as we roll on, we're also going to talk about the starting lineups, our keys to the game, and more as Indiana is back home tonight to get set for their final 2 home games, the final 2 games of the regular season here as they take on McKeesport at Andy Kuznetsky Field. Our ITT pregame show rolls on. You're listening to Indiana High Football on AM 1450. WDAD 100.3 FM and Renda Digital TV.
Spectacular savings are here at 5-star Mitsubishi Altoona. Ooh. This October, we're pulling up scary good deals that will make your wallet with joy. Save up to 10 grand on your new Mitsubishi and available 0% APR for up to 60 months on all Mitsubishi models.
Ooh. Don't ghost these savings. Get in today to the Mitsubishi Giant before these deals disappear.
Are you planning an event you want to shine? Beacon Sound Systems has everything you need to make it unforgettable. From tents, tables, chairs, and dance floors to professional LED walls, cameras, sound systems, and lighting. They have generators, podiums, and portable restrooms. Need entertainment? Book your DJs, bands, or karaoke, and pastors on staff to perform your wedding ceremony. Lively parties to professional events, Beacon Sound Systems does it all. Call today and make your next event shine. Beacon. Be seen, be heard, be legendary.
IRMC's Mountains Behavioral Health offers comprehensive mental health treatment with separate wings for adolescents, adults, and seniors. From anxiety to depression to schizophrenia and many other conditions, including dementia, Mountains Behavioral Health tailors its services to the medical, emotional, and social needs of its patients. Mountains Behavioral Health, exceptional personalized mental health treatment to help you feel better and thrive. Close to home on the IRMC main campus.
Dan in a van hasn't returned your call? Chuck in a truck can't get there for 2 months? Stop dealing with fly-by-nighters and call a company that's fully capable for all your plumbing and heating needs. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated is on call 24/7, 365 days a year. Visit us at joyceplumbing.com. That's joyceplumbing.com. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated, the best place in town to take a leak. PA 042115.
Your happy place could be a reading chair in a south-facing window, a porch for your vegetable garden, or a flower garden that gets sunshine all day. And S&T Bank wants to help you get it. With an S&T Home Equity Total Line of Credit, you can afford to make it a reality and also afford all the extras to make it perfect. Whether it's outdoors or indoors, S&T Bank opens doors. Learn more about a Home Equity Total Line of Credit at stbank.com or visit a local branch. S&T Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hi, this is State Representative Jim Struzzi, and like most of you, I find myself ready to watch some Friday night football, and this season is no different. I want to wish all our area athletes, band members, cheerleaders, and all who participate the best of luck for a safe, successful, and fun-filled season. These games wouldn't happen without the support of the community, and as a parent, I know the importance of after-school athletics and programs keeping our youth's mind and body ready to tackle life's hardest lessons. From me and my staff, good luck, and I'll be rooting for each and every one of you.
We all know life can get tough. Maybe it's a legal battle you never saw coming, a criminal charge, a family dispute, or planning for the future. In those moments, you need someone who truly cares. I'm Patrick Dougherty. I've spent my career standing beside good people through difficult times. Whether it's criminal defense, real estate planning, or family law, my wife Amy and I are here to fight and guide you forward. When life gets tough, you don't have to face it alone. Call the gold-winning team of the Law Office of Patrick Dougherty.
Spectacular savings are here at 5-star Mitsubishi Altoona. This October, we're pulling up scary good deals that will make your wallet with joy. Save up to 10 grand on your new Mitsubishi and available 0% APR for up to 60 months on all Mitsubishi models.
Don't ghost these savings. Get in today to the Mitsubishi Giant before these deals disappear.
At Beacon Children's Learning Center, we believe in learning through play because experience is the best teacher.
That's why every day at Beacon is filled with discovery. We give kids the chance to explore, grow, and build confidence with caring teachers to guide and support them along the way.
Safe, nurturing, and so much fun. Beacon is where your child's curiosity shines. Call today at 724-349-0234 to schedule your tour.
Beacon Children's Learning Center. More than just a babysitter.
And we're back with the Indiana Total Therapy pregame show. I'm joined by Indiana head coach Mark Zelenskis. Coach, last week, really, the big plays got you. There were 4 one-play drives. I'm sure going back at film and looking at it to see were they schematic breakdowns, or was it just they had athletes and their guys made plays?
Obviously, the first play of the game there, fumbling, and then, they come up with a big pass. We got caught out of position on that one. So, there were a few little things where you can't get out of position against players like that. Obviously, there's guys over there, the running back. There's reason he gets an offer from Pitt, West Virginia as running back. He's very talented. So you have a little breakdown there, gives them an opportunity to make a play, and that was it. We left a lot of points out on the field. We got in position to score, I think like 4 times, and we couldn't get it in the end zone. And so, now those types of mistakes, and we're looking on film, those are breakdowns on our part in terms of execution, things that we have been doing. So we took a step back in that direction, which was a little disappointing. And I think, sometimes, you get a younger team, they start to lose confidence, that sort of thing. Things get out of control, and then you start making mistakes like that. And instead of just, focusing on the things you can do. And that's, you start pressing things and trying to do things you don't normally do. And I think we bought into that a little
And
bit.
do you think sometimes that becomes a product of, obviously when you're playing against, just for lack of a better term, better speed, faster kids, the game speeds up.
Well,
And so then you start to push and you start to press and, you start to
start
question your
playing
ability.
desperate
Right.
and within playing within your, your abilities and that sort of thing. So, and that's a learning thing. And I mean, we've learned a lot of hard lessons this year, with young players. And, we just got to keep learning those lessons and improving on them and not making those mistakes again. We're going to see, I think, a better team this week.
Right.
I mean, and again, I'll say there's a reason Spell's got a scholarship offer from the University of Georgia. He's one of the best running backs, if not the best running back at high school right now in the whole country. So, we got a big challenge ahead of us, but again, not to, play all the, playback stuff, but I can remember, when I played at IUP in 1986, Dave Meggett, who probably not a lot of people remember, but, he was a running back for Towson State. He played for the New York Giants, was a very prominent NFL running back. We had the opportunity to play against him, and we actually shut him down. He didn't get 100 yards that game, and we lost a close game and everything, but it's still something we kind of talk about a little bit. You got an opportunity to play a great player like that, and say, hey, I tackled him, I did this, and so that's what we try to focus on this week. Is we got a great challenge ahead of us, and it's going to be something you can talk about in the future. But again, we can't, give him that much clout and just say one person could just determine the game, because they got to get all 11 of their guys, which they are good all across the board. This is, without a doubt, I think the best defense we've faced so far.
Yeah, I mean, just watching them on film, they really seem to get to the ball. They have good speed. Their big guys up front move really well. That's going to pose a challenge.
They're fundamentally sound. I mean, everything, with their technique. So, we're going to have to be really, really, thorough in terms of our execution. We can't do stuff like we're making mistakes at times. We're reading the wrong play off the band. We're jumping off sides. Instead of, now we're 2nd and 15, with the illegal procedure or illegal motion, stuff like that, not going on the snap count, that type of stuff. And, footwork, all that stuff. I mean, we got to be perfect on that. And this is going to be a situation. I know it's kind of cliche, but I mean, the best way to stop him is keep him on the sideline.
Right.
I know he plays defense, but I can remember playing in, Hampton up here one year. I mean, we were supposed to beat them. They were, but I think they had an 8-minute drive. We went 3 and out. They had another 6-minute drive, and then we went 3 and out, and then had another 6-minute drive. We only ran 3 plays in the first quarter. And so, if we can get into that mode with our offense and just chip away and eat up the clock and, keep
shorten
the ball out of his, keep the ball out of his hands, take away opportunities for them to score.
Now, it's going to be Military Appreciation Night. What does that mean, to you and your program to honor, our servicemen and the people that keep us safe and give us the freedoms that we're allowed to go out and play this game on a Friday night?
Obviously, it's very special. We all, as patriots, we all, it's all very, those people, I mean, we don't appreciate them enough, or maybe don't think about them enough. I know, here, something I've always done, and, I just have, I think the best game of the year in terms of I mean, you can take this at any level. College, is the Army-Navy game. It's my favorite by far. And there's just so much to that game in terms of tradition. And I try to focus on that, with our guys. Obviously, Army and Navy's run Flexbone, for a number of years and stuff like that. And I just think that, me personally, I think it means a little bit extra. I just have that history with them, and I don't know. I've had had family members that part of the Army. An uncle, grandfather was in the Army, so it's kind of a neat thing, to do. And I think it's one of those things that, to get our community involved.
You've been very fortunate with your home games. You've had good weather. Sounds like it's going to be another good weather game tonight. Your fan support's been pretty good, and you're 3-0 at home this year. So there's something about playing here.
Well, it is, and teams, when they got to make that trek up. I mean, we're kind of used to it, but we got to get better on the road, getting focused and stuff like that. We've had a couple situations, on away trips where, we got to deal with it better. I already talked about the Chartiers Valley one with the bus and everything, and then now last week, they think we started the game. I think 25 minutes late because they had to introduce everybody in the whole stadium for their senior night. I mean, it was ridiculous starting that late. So, and so we're in the locker room for 45 minutes. Did that have an effect? It may have. And then if it does, those are things we got to deal with and look at, what, we're going to handle it better than them. So, I think that's something that we got to keep in mind. Obviously, now they're making the trip. They're going to have to deal with all that sort of stuff. And, playing at home in front of your friends and family, it is a special thing. And I think gives us a little extra boost in terms of, just our focus and our intensity.
As far as your team's health, any updates, any developments over this week?
Well, it's like we lost Roman, before the game even started, which really hurt, because, we had, Anthony, I think, did a good job getting in there, but he didn't get as many reps, playing and practice during the week. And, it always helps when somebody's out to get somebody else ready. And so, it looks like Roman's going to be back. He didn't practice, I think, a couple days early in the week, but he was able to practice on, Wednesday and Thursday and looked pretty good. So, we're going to count on him being in there. And then we got Jace back, so he was able to get back in the fray here on Tuesday. So, that's all a positive thing. It's always, injuries are always something, especially this time of year after you get into week 8, 9, 10, you start getting guys just going down, accumulation of injuries and stuff like that. So I'm sure every team's like that right now. So.
All right. Well, Coach, we appreciate it, and best of luck tonight. We'll be back with more of the Indiana Total pregame show after this. He's a 6'1", 184-pound junior. And the other wide receiver will be Javier Everett. He's a 5'7", 126-pound junior. And at the slot back, they run very similar offense to Indiana, the flex bone, wishbone type of system. They'll have number 7, Michael Wright. He's a 6'2", 199-pound senior. Their tight end is Abraham Miller. He's a junior, 5'11", 227. Their center is Matthew Sibilia, senior, 6'1", 257. At the guards, senior Avante Alton, 5'9", 246. The other guard, Justin Powell. He's a sophomore, 6'1", 261 pounds. Tackle, they have Caden Daniels. He's a 6'2", 235-pound junior. And at the other tackle, they have Alexander Winkovich, junior, 6'2", 223. That's your McKeesport offense. We'll get you the defense later on as we go.
Okay.
We are hoping to have the coaches interview. They are working on getting that audio put together. But, at this point, we might as well take another break here in the Indiana Total Therapy pregame show. Right, Mark?
Sounds good, and we'll come back. And if we don't have the coaches interview, we'll stick with our keys to the game. When we return, you're listening to AM 1450 WDAD, 100.3 FM, and Renda Digital TV.
Through summer and save big at Luther Ford. Right now at Luther Ford, lease a new 2025 Ford F-150 XLT or Ford Ranger XLT, your choice, just $420 a month. That's right, your choice, just $420 a month with no money down. These Luther Ford leases are incredible, and with no money down, the savings are huge. Luther Ford, Route 119, Homer City, and Admiral Perry Highway, Evansburg.
Join 16,000 others who enjoy more than just banking. You get the personalized service and benefits you deserve. With 56 years of experience, we know how to put you first. With local loan decisions made right here to support you when it matters most. With online banking and mobile deposit for easy access anytime, anywhere. Because you're more than just an account number. You're a valued member. Visit us at one of our 7 branches to find out why putting you first is our priority.
MarionCenterBank.com. Looking for a bank that's rooted in your community? Looking for a bank that has all the latest options that a hometown bank should have? For personal and business banking, home loans and student loans, and fraud protection that's state-of-the-art, trust Marion Center Bank. With locations servicing Indiana, Armstrong, and Cambria counties. Struggling with student loan applications and decisions? Now is the perfect time to inquire about student loans at Marion Center Bank. MarionCenterBank.com. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
At Grand Beginnings Children's Center, their focus is on growing and teaching children to be the best they can be. They know children need education, inclusion, and safety. Grand Beginnings has a mission to provide a warm and nurturing environment in which each child can grow physically, emotionally, socially, intellectually, and spiritually. Grand Beginnings Children's Center with 2 locations in Indiana, teaching children to shine since 1991. Call 724-463-1819. Find them at grandbeginnings.net.
What sets one insurance agency apart from another? Building relationships. Hutton Blues Insurance prides themselves on building strong, personal relationships with their clients. Hutton Blues is an independent agency offering you choices to get you the best coverage at the best rate. When you buy insurance, whether it's for your home, car, business, life, or retirement, you want an advocate working in your best interests, and that's the Hutton Blues Insurance Indiana County and Trent Insurance Cambria County.
Affordable Interiors.
Hi, this is Aaron. For decades, Affordable Interiors has been built on trust, quality, and a love for serving our community. Now that legacy is being passed on for the next generation. Bailey and I will continue to provide the same ideals and high standards you've come to know and love. While a whole family grows, so has our store. Come see our newly renovated showroom floors and updated storefront. Thank you for allowing Affordable Interiors to transform your homes and businesses. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
Spectacular savings are here at 5-star Mitsubishi Altoona. This October, we're pulling up scary good deals that will make your wallet with joy. Save up to 10 grand on your new Mitsubishi. And available 0% APR for up to 60 months on all Mitsubishi models.
Don't ghost these savings. Get in today to the Mitsubishi Giant before these deals disappear.
becoming a champion isn't defined by a single moment. It's a journey shaped by years of dedication on and off the court. Milk stands out as a nutrient-rich powerhouse loaded with protein, calcium, and essential vitamins, making it crucial for muscle recovery and building strength. Fuel your passion with milk, a natural sports drink. Drink milk, stay strong, and play hard. Cheers to the incredible benefits of milk and sports nutrition. A message from the Allied Milk producers.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your local Erie agent is William G. Meckling Insurance Agency. Get a quote at 724-465-4261 or visit mecklinginsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
To be a champion, you need to have teamwork, great skills, good conditioning, and above all, you need to stay healthy. But if injury occurs, you need a team of specialists that can get you back in the game. Indiana Total Therapy has been helping area athletes for years. Indiana Total Therapy, with 3 locations, IRMC at Chestnut Ridge in Blairsville, Shelley Drive in Indiana, and at the Human Motion Institute on the campus of IRMC. ITT, the best in our field, and voted Best Physical Therapy in the Best of Indiana County contest.
At Beacon Children's Learning Center, we believe in learning through play because experience is the best teacher.
That's why every day at Beacon is filled with discovery. We give kids the chance to explore, grow, and build confidence with caring teachers to guide and support them along the way.
Safe, nurturing, and so much fun. Beacon is where your child's curiosity shines. Call today at 724-349-0234 to schedule your tour.
Beacon Children's Learning Center. More than just a babysitter.
The Indiana County Technology Center is now accepting enrollment in our adult education programs. The ICTC's adult education programs offer in-demand post-secondary programs tailored to empower student success. From cosmetology to welding and practical nursing, the ICTC has a program for everyone. Indiana County Technology Center, empowering tomorrow's workforce.
Drive through summer and save big at Luther Ford. Right now at Luther Ford, lease a new 2025 Ford F-150 XLT or Ford Ranger XLT, your choice, just $420 a month. That's right, your choice, just $420 a month with no money down. These Luther Ford leases are incredible, and with no money down, the savings are huge. Luther Ford, Route 119, Homer City, and Admiral Perry Highway, Evansburg.
Are you planning an event you want to shine? Beacon Sound Systems has everything you need to make it unforgettable. From tents, tables, chairs, and dance floors to professional LED walls, cameras, sound systems, and lighting. They have generators, podiums, and portable restrooms. Need entertainment? Book your DJs, bands, or karaoke, and pastors on staff to perform your wedding ceremony. Lively parties to professional events, Beacon Sound Systems does it all. Call today and make your next event shine. Beacon. Be seen, be heard, be legendary.
Spectacular savings are here at 5-star Mitsubishi Altoona. This October, we're pulling up scary good deals that will make your wallet with joy. Save up to $10,000 on your new Mitsubishi and available 0% APR for up to 60 months on all Mitsubishi models.
Don't ghost these savings. Get in today to the Mitsubishi Giant before these deals disappear.
Some guys out last week. They look pretty healthy for this time of the year, so beautiful night. I thought there'd be some more fans here tonight. McKeesport really didn't bring many fans, but I thought there'd been a little more fans for their special, what was it? What is
Salute
it?
to heroes.
Military and
yeah, salute to heroes. They're including military, law enforcement, first responders.
So, yeah, but hey, hopefully Indiana can at least hold their own, and they know they're going to be on don't have the athletes that McKeesport has, but you never know. That's why they play the game.
Yep.
Back upstairs.
Thanks, Doug.
Crimson Wealth Management sideline reports. So we also want to thank Beacon Sound and Beacon Children's Center, but because they are the presenting sponsor of the video broadcast. So if you're watching this broadcast tonight online, we want to thank Beacon Sound for presenting it. Be seen, be heard, be legendary. So we thank them for helping to present the broadcast tonight on Renda Digital TV. So
and Beacon Children's Center, right? You mentioned them.
Right, Beacon Children's Center.
They are more than just a babysitter, Mark.
They are, and they are also helping to support kids throughout the entire region by giving back to the Teddy Bear Fund Drive with their Points for Kids. So,
all right, well, let's hit the keys to the game.
Let's get to that.
Doug kind of hit it early, but look, it's going to start and stop with how Indiana's defense can contain McKeesport's offense. That's where it starts. That's where it stops. As we talked about in the interview with Coach Zielinskis, sometimes your best defense is a good, productive offense. If Indiana can come out and control the football and make first downs and just methodically chew up clock and keep spells on the defensive side, you never know. You want to shorten the game? You never know. I mean, Indiana's playing loose. McKeesport's trying to win the section. Who knows what can happen. But that's, the first key is limiting that potent McKeesport offense. The other thing is, as we talked about, ball control. You have to be able to run the football. You have to be able to run your offense. If you're not able to do that, Indiana's going to be in a world of trouble tonight. I would look to try to find Tyler Nelson a little bit on play action if they're able to. But it's going to come down to the trenches, Mark, as it always does. Who's going to be able to control the line of scrimmage? As I talked in the starting lineups, their defensive front is very physical. They're very big. They're very active. So we'll see. It should be a good night of football.
And I think, I've said this all year long, but I think it goes to, especially for tonight, first downs are key. Indiana does so well when they are able to get up chunks of yards on first down, and when they're not a team necessarily built for third and long. And I think that maybe being a little creative on offense as well, Pat, not necessarily doing the same thing you would expect. Like you said, I'd like to see Tyler Nelson maybe try a couple of first down play actions as well to mix things up a bit. But we'll see how things go. And it's nice as McKeesport comes out on the field. They also are brandishing the red, white, and blue with Old Glory here, with the couple of the players holding those big American flags, and we're waiting on Indiana's team to come out here as well. And when they do, we're going to go take a quick timeout and get set for our opening kickoff. We still got a few minutes here in our ITT pregame show. When we come back, we'll get set for our opening kickoff. You're listening to AM 1450 WDAD, 100.3 FM, and Renda Digital TV.
It's football season.
Couldn't get out of there. Getting rambling.
Mountains Behavioral Health offers comprehensive mental health treatment with separate wings for adolescents, adults, and seniors. From anxiety to depression to schizophrenia and many other conditions, including dementia, Mountains Behavioral Health tailors its services to the medical, emotional, and social needs of its patients. Mountains Behavioral Health, exceptional personalized mental health treatment to help you feel better and thrive. Close to home on the IRMC main campus.
Hi, this is State Representative Jim Struzzi, and like most of you, I find myself ready to watch some Friday night football, and this season is no different. I want to wish all our area athletes, band members, cheerleaders, and all who participate the best of luck for a safe, successful, and fun-filled season. These games wouldn't happen without the support of the community, and as a parent, I know the importance of after-school athletics and programs keeping our youth's mind and body ready to tackle life's hardest lessons. From me and my staff, good luck, and I'll be rooting for each and every one of you.
Dan in a van hasn't returned your call? Chuck in a truck can't get there for 2 months? Stop dealing with fly-by-nighters and call a company that's fully capable for all your plumbing and heating needs. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated is on call 24/7, 365 days a year. Visit us at joyceplumbing.com. That's joyceplumbing.com. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated, the best place in town to take a leak. PA 042115.
would like to wish the best of luck to all the Heritage Conference schools and, of course, the Indiana Little Indians this season. Luxembourg's is excited to celebrate the grand reopening of their downtown Indiana location at 621 Philadelphia Street. Along with the Indiana Mall store, Luxembourg's Jewelers is still the winning choice for gifts of any occasion. Show your school pride with gifts ranging from beautiful logoed coffee mugs, keychains, money clips, water bottles, and more. Luxembourg's Jewelers is Indiana's jeweler.
The snap's good. The pass is caught. Touchdown! Just like a winning team, Integrated Power Services knows it takes dedication, teamwork, and vision to succeed. That's why IPS proudly supports our local high schools in both academics and athletics. Because whether it's the classroom, the court, or the end zone, excellence starts with commitment. Here's to a bright future and a winning season. From your friends at IPS, Integrated Power Services. Respond, rethink, resolve.
Hi, I'm Eric Brocious. Many of you know me as a high school teacher and a coach. What you didn't know, though, is I'm also a businessman, owner of EMB Computing. I'd like to invite you to our new state-of-the-art facility to see our line of computers, laptops, iPads, MacBooks, and accessories. If you're a business owner, we'll assist you with your networks, servers, workstations, printers, and even your business phone systems. We are located at 57 North 11th Street in Indiana, or you can find us on the web at embcomputing.com. We are your technology specialists.
It's football season, and before you know it, Mother Nature will say time to turn off the AC and crank up the furnace. Have you had your furnace checked lately? If not, call Anderson's Heating and Air Conditioning in Indiana. They're this area's authorized Trane dealer. Anderson's can give your furnace a full checkup to make sure it's ready for fall and winter. Don't wait. The game clock is ticking down for cooler temps. Call Anderson's at 724-465-8923. Anderson's Heating and Air Conditioning. PA license 677.
At Beacon Children's Learning Center, we believe in learning through play because experience is the best teacher.
That's why every day at Beacon is filled with discovery. We give kids the chance to explore, grow, and build confidence with caring teachers to guide and support them along the way.
Safe, nurturing, and so much fun. Beacon is where your child's curiosity shines. Call today at 724-349-0234 to schedule your tour.
Beacon Children's Learning Center. More than just a babysitter.
Drive through summer and save big at Luther Ford. Right now at Luther Ford, lease a new 2025 Ford F-150 XLT or Ford Ranger XLT, your choice, just $420 a month. That's right, your choice, just $420 a month with no money down. These Luther Ford leases are incredible, and with no money down, the savings are huge. Luther Ford, Route 119, Homer City, and Admiral Perry Highway, Evansburg.
To be taken all the way to the 50-yard line by Yvonne Hudson for McKeesport. I say 51. That's actually the 49 of Indiana. So he crossed the 50. You think I never watched a football game?
On the tackle.
And so we'll see what the official does. Set it right at the Indiana 49-yard line. Some really good field position for McKeesport to start this drive.
Yeah, now last week we thought Armand Hill was going to get the ball right out of the gate, and West Mifflin came out and threw the ball.
Yeah, Glover.
Now I don't know what they're going to do here. They line up in a full house. Now they explode.
And they're pointing at almost like somebody lined up off sides. I think that
Indiana's lined up off sides.
So even after the shift, Indiana was lined up off sides. And so you give them a big kick return to start things out, and then a 5-yard penalty.
Tyler Nelson is who they tonight they finally have the new sound system integrated here at the stadium. The referee is mic'd up, and he will call the penalties.
Here we go, 1st down and 5. Now the ball at the 44-yard line. Keemon Spells gets the football, spins off of one tackle. He's going to pick up a 1st down, takes it inside the 40 all the way to the 35-yard line. So 9-yard pickup.
10-yard, just about a 9-yard gain on that, huh?
Doesn't line up too far behind the quarterback. I mean, sometimes you see these running backs lining all the way 10 yards back to get a head start.
You know, it's crazy seeing him stand next to his quarterback. He just towers over him.
And he's only about 3 yards away, and he's going to get the handoff again. And no, this time it is the quarterback who's going to keep the football. He is the 10-5 touchdown. Matt Miller has the football, and everybody, including me, thought that I'm easily fooled, Pat, but Matt Miller took it 35 yards into the end zone for a touchdown because everybody was keying on Keemon Spell. Instead, Miller, with a bootleg, takes it into the end zone for the score.
Yeah, and that's, again, you know, if you're Indiana's defense, you just have to be fundamentally sound and play your responsibility. You know, don't try to do too much. I understand what spells, but somebody's got to be assigned to that quarterback in this offense.
At least as a spy. Instead, it is going to be a 35-yard touchdown. Extra point is good. 7-0. We're going to come back with the kickoff. AM 1450 WDAD 100.3 FM Renda Digital TV.
Are you planning an event you want to shine? Beacon Sound Systems has everything you need to make it unforgettable. From tents, tables, chairs, and dance floors to professional LED walls, cameras, sound systems, and lighting. They have generators, podiums, and portable restrooms. Need entertainment? Book your DJs, bands, or karaoke, and pastors on staff to perform your wedding ceremony. Lively parties to professional events, Beacon Sound Systems does it all. Call today and make your next event shine. Beacon. Be seen, be heard, be legendary.
Discover a world of convenience at Martin's Food Store in Indiana, where quantity, variety, and freshness meet unbeatable value. Shop in-store or online at martinsfoods.com, with personalized service including hand-picked groceries delivered to your car. Plus, Martin's Pharmacy makes it easy to fill your prescriptions while you shop. Don't forget to join the Martin's loyalty program. Earn and redeem points for groceries and even gas. Experience why Martin's Food Store is the gold winner in the best of Indiana County. Visit them on Oakland Avenue today.
And we are back. A 3-play, 49-yard drive. Matt Miller, 35-yard quarterback bootleg for the score. Makes it 7-0 McKeesport as we get things started. It's still 11:15 left to go in this first quarter. We'll have to try to read these numbers as best we can, too, for Indiana. The fronts of the jerseys are not as easy to read as the backs. Deep kick here will be fielded by Joseph at the 10-yard line, and he's going to be dropped immediately right about the 20, so a very short gain for Indiana, as they will have a long field ahead of them, but we'll see what this offense is able to do. They're going to place it at the 21-yard line. So,
and if you're Indiana's offense, you really just want to be out there, be methodical, get first downs.
Forget about that drive, that touchdown drive. In your mind's got to mean nothing. You got to just try to pick up a few chunks of yards. Referee's playing hot potato with the football right now. Is it just bouncing all over the place? They finally have it set at the 21, and Jason Strack, the sophomore QB, is under center, getting set to get things started for the Indiana offense. Fake pitch. Strack, he is going to go deep. He's got a receiver. Joseph catches it. Oh, he's going to be tackled. Almost broke that one free, but he's going to take it all the way into McKeesport territory near the 37, maybe the 36-yard line. And, Pat, we talked about maybe doing a little play action to mix things up. That was a great ball by Strack.
Yeah, he laid it right in there, and Trey was able to run under that. Really nice pitch and catch. Beautiful football.
And real, you can see the speed of McKeesport, though, as Joseph beat all the defenders, and they still were able to tackle him. They bring him down to the 37-yard line, but that's a great pickup. What is that, 43 yards on first down. Here is going to be the give to, nope, that's going to be kept by Jason Strack, and he did a nice job of faking it and picks up a nice gain on first down. Kevin Liu got that fake, and Jason just kept the left side.
Alexander Winkovich on the tackle for McKeesport. It's going to be a 2nd and 3 now, and the ball is sitting right on the 30.
Tyler Nelson split far to the left. Joseph split to the right. Strack has Liu in the backfield. Snyder in motion, and Liu is going to
fumble.
And Liu fumbles the football, and I believe McKeesport says they have it. They do. Doug, did you see what happened there? Was it a problem on the exchange? Or?
Well, it looked like Strack gave the running back the ball, and it kind of popped out of there. I mean, it looked like a good exchange. It just popped out of the running back's hands.
And again, they had a nice drive going, 2 very positive plays, but you cannot turn the ball over against a team like this.
No, not at all, and that's a shame because they did have 2 great plays, the big pass play and then a nice running play on first down, and a fumble gives McKeesport the football at the 30-yard line. Back to pass is Miller. He's going to fire it. He's looking deep down the field. He's got a receiver wide open. Nice catch down in Indiana territory to the 35-yard line.
From Miller to number 6.
That's going to be
Javen
Robinson, the 6'1 junior.
On the tackle. 35-yard pass play.
Is going to get that 35-yard completion. Handoff now is going to be to Cochran. Cochran finds a seam. Cochran is going to take it 10-5, touchdown. He takes it on the end around for a 35-yard score. This offense is making it look too easy right now. A 2-play drive for 70 yards, 1 through the air, and Keemon Spell didn't touch the football in either one of those 2.
No.
37 in, Ryan Beasley for the PA2.
9:28 left to go in the first. It is 13-0.
Both touchdown runs now, 35 yards.
Yeah.
Yes.
Robinson, pretty impressive catch there too, as he got good position on the defender and went up to make that catch. 14-0 is our score. You are listening to an Indiana Regional Medical Center High School Sports Night, AM 1450 WDAD 100.3 FM and Renda Digital TV.
Mountains Behavioral Health offers comprehensive mental health treatment with separate wings for adolescents, adults, and seniors. From anxiety to depression to schizophrenia and many other conditions, including dementia, Mountains Behavioral Health tailors its services to the medical, emotional, and social needs of its patients. Mountains Behavioral Health, exceptional personalized mental health treatment to help you feel better and thrive. Close to home on the IRMC main campus.
Five-yard touchdown run.
Wyatt Heasley to kick.
2-play drive. It's going to be fielded on the hop by Joseph at the 20-yard line and trying to find a seam, and they're bringing him down quickly. McKeesport isn't messing around here tonight. They're not allowing Indiana a whole lot, but I want to say I'd like to see what this offense is able to do if they don't fumble in that last drive. We had 2 nice plays.
Yeah.
A 43-yard, I believe it was 43 unofficially, pass play to Joseph, and then a 7-yard run by Strack, and then the fumble. So, I mean, that fumble was a big play. We'll see what they can do here. First down and 10 from the 21-yard line. It is going to be given up the middle. Nice carry on first down for an in-first bank. First down, that is Kevin Liu, who takes it to the 35-yard line, maybe the 36.
Yeah, that's really a nice job by Indiana. And again, that's what you want to do. And now McKeesport has a player down and he's injured.
We're going to take a quick timeout while they tend to him. We'll come back with McKeesport leading Indiana 14-0, AM 1450 WDAD 100.3 FM and Renda Digital TV.
Many of you know me as a high school teacher and a coach. What you didn't know, though, is I'm also a businessman, owner of EMB Computing. I'd like to invite you to our new state-of-the-art facility to see our line of computers, laptops, iPads, MacBooks, and accessories. If you're a business owner, we'll assist you with your networks, servers, workstations, printers, and even your business phone systems. We are located at 57 North 11th Street in Indiana, or you can find us on the web at embcomputing.com. We are your technology specialists.
Hi, it's me again, Garrett Greek, your local mortgage banker at S&T Bank. If you're looking to purchase a new home to enjoy the changing colors of the fall season, we can help to make it possible. Visit me at one of our Indiana County offices to learn more about our mortgage options. You can also visit us at stbank.com or call us at 800-325-2265. S&T Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
So we are live at Andy Kuznetsky Field as they tend to Avant Hudson hobbling off the field. He is on his own power, but
very slow moving.
Yes, so that's something that you thought may have been a cramp with the way they were tending to him, but now I'm not really sure. But either way, Indiana's offense remains on the field with the 1st and 10 after the nice 15-yard run by Kevin Liu. Here is going to be the handoff. Looking to find some room is Trey Joseph, but not a lot there at all. In fact, they're going to tackle him for a loss.
I actually think that's Roman Jones, isn't it?
Yes,
yeah,
it is.
That's Roman Jones.
It is Roman Jones. He's back, and tell you what, he looked quick-footed there, but unfortunately pretty good coverage by McKeesport. Roman got hurt in warm-ups last week, if you're just joining us, missed the entire game against West Mifflin, and is back tonight, and certainly wasn't hobbled on that run. It was just great defensive coverage by McKeesport as he lost 3 yards. Here is Strack now on a 2nd down and 13. Liu in the backfield. Snyder in motion. Jason Strack's going to keep it himself after the fake. He's going to get back near the original line of scrimmage for about a 3-yard gain. It's going to set up a 3rd and long.
It's going to be a 3rd and 10 now on the 36, and that was just the old, you fake, and then he pulls it and runs up the middle. So
most of this season, I thought you've seen Jason grow and mature a little bit as a quarterback and making some of those decisions. You still see it, tendencies as a sophomore, but overall, I think
I still think that was the right read, though. He did pick up
right
3.
There. It absolutely was. 3rd down and 10. Jones in motion. Here's going to be that inside handoff to Jacob Snyder, and boy, Snyder is dropped immediately. Great coverage and a great job by Michael Wright, a linebacker who was just waiting at home for Jacob and knocks him down after a gain of 1.
And Indiana's going to have to punt. McKeesport's got 2 men back. They've got Spells back there, and they've got Javian Robinson.
Both very dangerous. So we'll see what Indiana decides to do here as Nelson's trying to punt this football. Not a lot of good options here. And he just punts it, and it's shanked off to the right. We'll see where they spot this.
It's going to be at about the 40-yard line.
This is going to be a very short net gain on the punt.
Looks like about the 40.
Oh, no way.
So they're actually going to give it right back to that line of scrimmage where he punted it from.
Wow, 1-yard punt. These are the mistakes you cannot. These are the mistakes that you cannot make against a quality football team.
Well, 2 big ones so far, not including the touchdowns by McKeesport, but you had the fumble from Indiana after picking up almost 50 yards in offense on that drive, and then now this punt gives McKeesport the football at the 37-yard line.
They marked it as a 0-yard punt.
So McKeesport will take over.
Indiana has to find a way to get a stop on defense here.
McKeesport with 2 touchdowns. Keemon Spells only has 1 carry for 9 yards, and that's deceptive when you see that everybody else on the offense has been working. Here is going to be Miller giving it to Keemon Spells, and he breaks it into the open. Boy, I should have kept my mouth shut because there he goes all the way into the end zone for a touchdown. 37-yard score by Keemon Spell. Well, I don't want to say they kept him in check because the offense was doing some other things, which just wasn't giving him the football. But it only took a couple of plays to have him break one. And this one's already getting out of hand, 20-0 McKeesport.
If you're watching the Notre Dame game tomorrow with University of Southern Cal, USC, you'll see Spell along the sideline because he's making an official visit tomorrow to Notre Dame.
Extra point is up and good, 21-0. 6:50 left to go in the first quarter. McKeesport with the lead. AM 1450 WDAD, 100.3 FM, and Renda Digital TV.
Becoming a champion isn't defined by a single moment. It's a journey shaped by years of dedication on and off the court. Milk stands out as a nutrient-rich powerhouse loaded with protein, calcium, and essential vitamins, making it crucial for muscle recovery and building strength. Fuel your passion with milk, a natural sports drink. Drink milk, stay strong, and play hard. Cheers to the incredible benefits of milk and sports nutrition. A message from the Allied Milk Producers.
We all know life can get tough. Maybe it's a legal battle you never saw coming, a criminal charge, a family dispute, or planning for the future. In those moments, you need someone who truly cares. I'm Patrick Dougherty. I've spent my career standing beside good people through difficult times. Whether it's criminal defense, real estate, estate planning, or family law, my wife Amy and I are here to fight and guide you forward. When life gets tough, you don't have to face it alone. Call the gold-winning team of the law office of Patrick Dougherty.
Here is the kick. It's going to be deep, fielded by Joseph at the 11-yard line. Takes a step back and surveys the field. He's trying to find some type of a seam, but boy, that coverage on these kickoffs has been fantastic by McKeesport.
McKeesport saying they got a loose ball, but the referees aren't buying.
Yeah, no, not that time. I think Trey was down, but it's still not a great field position here for Indiana. They just got to settle things down here at this point. You know, you're not trying necessarily to gain 3 scores in one drive. I think what you got to do is just focus on just trying to pick up a first down. And
yeah, and they moved the ball. You know, they hit the long pass. They've had a couple nice runs.
So here is the football on the the Indiana 24-yard line. Here is Strack back to throw. He was looking for Tyler Nelson, had to throw that over top of the linebacker. I believe that was Michael Wright who was over there, and instead it's an incomplete pass. Actually, I apologize. That was Tyre Swindle. But ball was incomplete either way. 2nd down and 10.
We've not seen Elijah Thomas in there yet.
No.
He is on the sideline, and I see him down around the 32 just standing there.
Yeah, Kevin Liu in the backfield, spread formation here for Jason Strack. And the give is going to be handed to
my goodness
Kevin
gracious.
Liu. Michael Wright just floored him. And, I mean, that was a huge hit.
I mean, that was full speed downhill decleater.
Michael Wright, 6'2", senior.
Lou popped right back up and got to the huddle.
Yep. So looks like it's about a 2-yard gain out to the 26.
So 3rd and 8 here after that 2-yard run by Kevin. Good to see he hopped right up. Like to see this line be able to provide a little bit of a seam. I do like seeing Indiana throwing a little bit more in this so far in this first quarter. 3rd down and 8 from the 26. Here is Jason Strack just got crushed as he gets sacked. The ball is loose.
He got absolutely demolished.
Didn't even see it coming.
Wright came on the blitz, and Jason's back was to him, and it was the ball did come out, but thankfully they rolled him down.
And he jumps right up as well and comes off. But boy, I mean, those were 2 massive hits.
I think we got a break there because I think the ball was coming out before he hit the ground.
It is going to be a 5-yard loss on that sack. Indiana's going to punt the football away, but boy, that was a rough series for Indiana. The ball is bobbled as Tyler Nelson does get the punt off. This one will take a hop, and it's fielded on the bounce by Keemon Spell. Keemon Spell is going to take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Wow.
He caught that full speed, picked it right up, and forget it.
He had about a 20-yard head start as he just started running from 20 yards back, and the ball was bobbled on the snap, so it was a very low line drive bouncing kick, and Keemon Spell had a 20-yard full speed, grabbed it off the bounce, and it is 27-0. Wow.
Yeah, he picked that up right around the 40, I'm guessing.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well.
There's still 5 minutes to play here in the first quarter.
They're putting on a clinic right now. McKeesport 28-0 with 5 minutes exactly left to go in this first quarter. We'll take a 30-second timeout and come back. AM 1450 WDAD 100.3 FM and Renda Digital TV.
Worried about breaking your...
Life gives us enough to deal with, like doing your taxes, hosting in-laws.
Oh, you're still trying to do the beard thing, huh?
And of course, filing an insurance claim. But luckily, Auto Owners makes it easy. They pay what they owe without any hassle. That's simple human sense.
Get your instant quote today at wallbackinsurance.com or call us at 724-479-9378. More choices, more savings, more reasons to choose Wallback.
Back here with 5 minutes left to go in the first quarter, 28-0. Keemon Spell on that punt return. Again, a low line drive kick picked up on a hop. Spell with a full head of steam. Took it about 40 yards into the end zone for the score. It is 28-0. And they are going to be set to kick off here. Another deep kick. This one, Indiana's just going to let this one roll into the end zone for a touchback. A touchback's actually going to help them. It's going to give them their best field position of the starting field position of the night so far.
Yeah, I mean.
At the 35.
No. Touchbacks to the 20.
Oh, they don't move it. That's okay.
Only if they kick it out of bounds.
I got you now. They change all these rules on me every year, so 28-0.
Well, try watching the NFL. It's depending on where it lands and what it does, and
yeah, that is hard.
Kinds of crazy rules there.
But either way, first down and 10 from the 20 for Indiana. A couple massive hits by Michael Wright, the linebacker, on that last series. Here is Roman Jones. He's got the football around the 20, but that's going to be a hold, and this one's coming back. About a 3-yard gain by Roman, but you can see
flags everywhere.
Something wasn't right about that block on the end, and that helped to spring Roman for a few yards, but it's going to be coming back.
That was pretty obvious. That might have been the easiest call they're going to have to make all night.
Yeah.
Hey, before we go any further, I'd like to say, give my son Will best wishes on his speedy recovery. He had a little knee surgery today, and I think Dockey's home researching the next Penn State football coaching candidate.
Well, he probably has got as good of much of a guess as anybody else. Now that our buddy Kurt Signetti just locked up a new deal at Indiana, I think he's off the board.
Yeah, and he made a comment, Kurt did, 10 years ago he was making $130,000. That's when he was head coach at IUP.
Yeah, what a massive raise he's gotten in 10 years, huh?
Here is Jacob Snyder on the left end, and Jacob's going to take it to the 15-yard line, so he's going to pick up a few on first down here, but that penalty certainly hurts, so it'll be second down now and 15 after the 5-yard pickup. You'd like to see Indiana be able to pick up a couple of first downs. I mean, their offense in the first two drives, you saw signs of them moving the football, but a fumble really hurt them early on.
Yeah, and
Elijah's in there now, guys.
Yeah, ET's in. Two receivers split to the right for Strack. He has a man in motion. Looks like a botched play.
Yeah, it looked like he fumbled the snap or something. Doug, were you able to see that?
It wasn't a fumble. He just turned, and he thought the running back was going to be there, so there's some miscommunication there.
Well, that's going to bring up third and about 12.
Yeah, I think looked like Roman Jones was coming left to right, and Jason was expecting maybe the other end to be coming that way because he turned to his left. Roman was well by him, so these kind of miscommunications do happen, especially when you're dealing with a lot of younger players, as Indiana has. Third down and 12, with 3:32 left to go in this first quarter. 28-0 McKeesport. Here is Strack under center. Man in motion. Here is going to be the give to Roman Jones. He's trying to make a couple of men miss, but Keemon Spell is right there. It is not going to be juked. So Roman's going to lose a couple yards. That inside handoff just not there.
We want to thank our, we have a new studio production team. We have Austin Rako on the board tonight with us. So we want to thank him for the job he's doing. I think his mom Carrie's probably there supervising a little bit, but we thank them for all their efforts to keep us on the air tonight.
Keep an eye on this punt as well. It's Tyler Nelson. He does get this one off high. End over end kick. It's going to be fielded by Keemon Spell at the 44-yard line. Hold on to your seats here as Keemon Spell continues to run around the entire defense. We have a flag on the field, but that one was taken to the end zone for a touchdown.
Indiana's got a player down right at the 25.
I think that's Anthony Boiano. And I think that was where the the illegal block was made. We'll see if this is a blindside block with the way Anthony's in some significant pain. We're going to take a 30-second timeout while they tend to him, and we'll come back hoping he's okay. AM 1450 WDAD, 100.3 FM, and Renda Digital TV.
Beginnings Children's Center, their focus is on growing and teaching children to be the best they can be. They know children need education, inclusion, and safety. Grand Beginnings has a mission to provide a warm and nurturing environment in which each child can grow physically, emotionally, socially, intellectually, and spiritually. Grand Beginnings Children's Center with 2 locations in Indiana, teaching children to shine since 1991. Call 724-463-1819. Find them at grandbeginnings.net.
The Indiana Borough Police Department is proud to stand with our community, just like they stand behind our hometown team. From local events to working with students and caring for families, their mission is simple: your peace, safety, and comfort, and they are only a phone call away. Alongside first responding partners, they're always here for us, on the field, off the field, and everywhere in between. So as you cheer on your team tonight, remember, they always have our backs. Stay safe, Indiana.
Beginnings Children's Center.
On the 30, 37, and now they're at the 36, so they've had great field position all night.
So here is going to be the fake. Miller is going to fire it to Robinson, and he takes it for about 5, 6, 7 yards, still on his feet, and Indiana will bring him down after a gain of, let's say, 8 yards.
Well, they're only giving him...
Well, let's say 7.
Yep.
Okay.
So the ball sits at the 29. You know, and you hate to say a 7-yard gain is a win for the Indiana defense, but right now you'll take any stop you can get.
After the last few plays have been touchdowns.
We're going to have a timeout here.
Timeout on the field. We'll take a 30-second timeout as well. Still a minute 52 left to go in this first quarter. 28-0 McKeesport. You are listening to Indiana High Football on AM 1450 WDAD, 100.3 FM, and Renda Digital TV.
Beacon Children's Learning Center, we believe in learning through play because experience is the best teacher.
That's why every day at Beacon is filled with discovery. We give kids the chance to explore, grow, and build confidence with caring teachers to guide and support them along the way.
Safe, nurturing, and so much fun. Beacon is where your child's curiosity shines. Call today at 724-349-0234 to schedule your tour.
Beacon Children's Learning Center, more than just a babysitter.
Down in 3 as McKeesport has the football at the 29-yard line of Indiana. Looks like a different running back in the backfield as Miller fakes the handoff. He goes wide open for Abraham Miller. The tight end gets the score. Just a quick play action pass. Miller goes to Miller for a 29-yard touchdown. And that was a simple play action, and Miller just ran a great, found the seam. And
tight end just ran free. Indiana's selling out, trying to stop the run.
The thing was, I don't think Spell was in the backfield for
he
that
wasn't.
series. So. But either way, another short drive, both in yardage and plays. Extra point is up and good. 35-0, a minute 46 left to go in the first. AM 1450 WDAD, 100.3 FM, Renda Digital TV.
And you need to have teamwork, great skills, good conditioning, and above all, you need to stay healthy. But if injury occurs, you need a team of specialists that can get you back in the game. Indiana Total Therapy has been helping area athletes for years. Indiana Total Therapy, with 3 locations, IRMC at Chestnut Ridge in Blairsville, Shelley Drive in Indiana, and at the Human Motion Institute on the campus of IRMC. ITT, the best in our field, and voted Best Physical Therapy in the Best of Indiana County contest.
kickoff, and again, great coverage by McKeesport as they swallow him up, and he'll get to about the 23-yard line, but that's it. This has been a clinic here by McKeesport in this first quarter.
Yeah, and you can really see the team speed that McKeesport has on both sides of the ball. Indiana just isn't able to, they start to reach, they start to grab instead of just playing your fundamentally sound defense. And that's been the problem here tonight.
And it's not just Keemon Spell. We talked a lot about him in the pregame show. He's not been the biggest factor in this game so far, as the handoff is up the middle.
I still have not heard a whistle down that play.
Yeah, I was waiting for something. It was Thomas had the carry, and it was only for about a yard, if that.
Nah, back to the line of scrimmage.
So there's going to be no gain from Thomas. But yeah, I was waiting for the whistle as well, kind of wondering why the officials had not blown that one dead, but it will be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Indiana just wants to really milk this clock down to get out of this first quarter.
Try to pick up a first down if they can. There's some motion there. I can't believe they didn't call.
Yeah, no flag, and McKeesport looked really way off sides.
He had a huge jump there as he I can't believe they didn't call offsides. Instead, it is just about a yard gain, so a minimal gain, maybe a yard and a half. I think that was Jacob Snyder.
The one thing very difficult when you're trying to prepare for a team like this is the overall team speed. You guys talked about the speed. Indiana has some guys that have some speed, but the overall team speed out here for McKeesport is just you can't replicate it.
Yeah, Michael Wright, the linebacker here, has been really impressive in this first quarter. We didn't even talk about him in the pregame show.
No.
They're down an 8 here for Indiana as the ball is going to be bobbled, and again the ball hits the turf. I think Strack was keeping that himself, but
we are at the end of the first quarter, Mark.
Not going to get anywhere. It's going to be a 4th down when we return. 35-0. McKeesport, AM 1450 WDAD, 100.3 FM, Renda Digital TV.
Looking for a bank that's rooted in your community? Looking for a bank that has all the latest options that a hometown bank should have? For personal and business banking, home loans and student loans, and fraud protection that's state-of-the-art, trust Marion Center Bank. With locations servicing Indiana, Armstrong, and Cambria counties. Struggling with student loan applications and decisions? Now is the perfect time to inquire about student loans at Marion Center Bank. MarionCenterBank.com. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
It's not just hot. It's the hottest deal ever from Vocelli Pizza. For a limited time, get one large one-topping pizza hot from the oven for just $9.99. Order online 7 days a week for carryout or delivery with no limit on this deal. You can stack those pizzas high and order as many one-topping pizzas for $9.99 as you want, as often as you want. But hurry, because who knows how long this will last at Vocelli Pizza. For a hot deal that won't burn your wallet, order from Vocelli Pizza on Oakland Ave.
Quarter, 4th down and well, let's say 7 where that marker is. The scoreboard says 8, but either way, Indiana's going to be punting this football away, and the punts have been an adventure here tonight with Keemon Spell back to field those. Tyler Nelson does get a nice high kick off. This is going to take a bounce, and Indiana is going to be able to down this one. Good kick by Tyler Nelson, as that'll give McKeesport their worst starting field position at their own 49-yard line, as the ball died right in front of Javier Robinson.
Yeah, I mean, finally they got a punt off and no return. And so can Indiana's defense get a stop here?
We talked about Keemon Spell and what he's done, but, we have Matt Miller, the quarterback, ran for 35 yards. Cochran had a 35-yard touchdown run.
Miller had a touchdown reception from the tight end spot.
So Keemon Spell did have a punt return, and he had a 37-yard touchdown run himself. And he's going to get the football here from the 49-yard line. Takes it around the right edge. There's a flag on the play as Spell still on his feet. Indiana will force him out of bounds at the 35-yard line.
Oh, come on.
And
there's a flag on the Indiana sideline. Let's see what this is all about.
Well, Keemon Spell walked over to the fence and pointed up to the.
It might be on Spell.
Yeah,
then.
he went up to the fans.
I mean, they spun him around, but Doug, what do you see?
If anything, they have to call the flag on him taunting the stands, because in any sport now, the PIAA is taking it hard about you can't be taunting fans from the opposing team.
So the flag looks like to be a legal block,
Yeah,
but if they're going to call this after the play too, would they count both penalties?
They should.
In this case. Yep. So that's going to push them way back here. Good calls by the official for both. So they do call the holding call, which is a 10-yard penalty, and then a dead ball foul after the play, which would be unsportsmanlike against Spell. Yeah, as they pushed him out of bounds, he ran up to the fence and looked right up to the Indiana fans.
Yeah, he just put the ball up in the air. I mean, the kids are having fun. I mean, it's competitive, but I mean, it's something the PIAA is cracking down on.
And the fans were even kind of giving him a little bit of a cheer as well as he came over to the side. So I don't think it was anything completely vicious. However, they are cracking down on it. So that is a 25-yard loss, essentially, on those two penalties. So that will place the football from the 49 all the way back to McKeesport's 24-yard line. Spell comes off the field, and I believe that is Bierman.
So it should be 1st and 35.
And back to pass is Matt Miller. He's looking to fire deep down the field. That ball just not in the territory of his intended receiver, Robinson.
Nice job by Jace Brocious staying up with the receiver.
Robinson's an impressive-looking player as well. I mean, he's listed as 6'1", 184, but boy, Doug, doesn't he look a lot bigger than that as you see him running?
Yes, he does. When he runs next to Jace Brocious, he looks like he's 7'5".
Yeah,
and that's the thing, guys. I mean, these guys, they just look different.
Yeah, I mean, they look like grown men playing. 2nd down and 36 here as the handoff is going to be faked. Miller. Option quarterback. He's going to give it to Bierman. Bierman takes it, makes one man miss. He makes another man miss. He's still on his feet, reverses field. Bierman is going to take it for a 1st down for McKeesport, as it was a nice bit of nifty running by the junior running back. And
goodness gracious. You can't let that happen if you're the Indiana defense.
Indiana had him pushed towards the sideline back near the 40-yard line, and then he just danced around until he made everybody miss. And that, you're right, Pat, that's just not a good bit of tackling there by Indiana. 35-yard, let's say a 36-yard run by Nick
needed
Bierman.
35 and he got 36.
And the give is going to be to fake to Bierman, and instead, great job of this time by Indiana to tackle Matt Miller, who was trying to run that quarterback option.
Is that Kevin Liu on the tackle?
That was Kevin, yep. So that's going to be a loss of at least a yard. Great job by Kevin, too, not to bite on the fake.
Well, everybody's got an assignment. Everybody in offense like McKeesport runs or an offense like Indiana runs, everybody has an assignment. I have the quarterback. I have the running back. It's when you start freelancing that things go bad.
Receiver split all the way to the right, another one to the left. Instead, they give it up the middle. Keemon Spells bursts out through the middle. He's going to get a 1st down. Indiana does bring him down, but not before he gets inside the 25-yard line. Boy, he hits that hole so quickly. Shot out of a cannon. And officials over to the sidelines. I don't know if they're warning the Indiana coaches or...
Yeah, I'm not sure. The side judge is giving the Indiana coaches an earful.
Yeah, not sure what was said there. Just out of the reach of Doug, so otherwise he could have given us that info. Instead, the give is going to be faked. Keemon Spell, and then instead, Miller's going to pitch this one to Javier Everett. And Everett will take it near a 1st down. I think he's going to pick up the 1st down for McKeesport. He does.
And our first downs, as always, are brought to you by InFirst Bank. InFirst Bank here for you. Go see them for all your banking needs.
And so that'll be about a 12-yard pickup for Everett on that quarterback, and he just faked it to spell.
Yep, ball sits right outside of the, on the 12.
9:34 left to go in this first half, 35-0 McKeesport. Give to Spell, up the middle, running into the defense. They're going to push him back. They'll finally slow him down as he was trying to run over a couple defenders. He might have injured one of the Indiana. Nope, they are going to get up, but boy, he runs so hard that he's not a type of runner.
He's going to
as
be
fast as he is.
a yard short.
He's fast, but you also don't want to necessarily get in front of him with the way he runs.
So the ball's going to be placed right about
3.
It's like the 3-yard line, give or take. Should be 2nd and 1.
So they'll give him a 9-yard carry, but it's going to be a 2nd and 1. But really knocking on the door here of another touchdown here for McKeesport. Spell up the middle. That's an easy touchdown. Untouched this time, as he will take it in for a 3-yard score. Number 3 goes for 3 yards, and that is his 3rd touchdown of the night. So it will be 41-0 with the extra point coming.
Eight-play drive.
A net of 51 yards, although there was some penalties involved. Here's the extra point. It's up and good. We'll take a 60-second timeout, and then we'll come back with a kickoff. AM 1450 WDAD 100.3 FM, Renda Digital TV.
Pitt, wishing all students who participate in extracurricular activities every success in the classroom and on the field. The teamwork and leadership skills you learn today will serve you and our entire community well in the years ahead. We need future leaders prepared to step forward and make our region a better place to live, work, and raise a family. I'm proud of the work and effort you are putting forth. Have fun, be safe, and enjoy the season.
Paid for by Friends of Joe Pittman.
Spectacular savings are here at 5-star Mitsubishi Altoona. This October, we're brewing up scary good deals that will make your wallet with joy. Save up to 10 grand on your new Mitsubishi and available 0% APR for up to 60 months on all Mitsubishi models.
Don't ghost these savings. Get in today to the Mitsubishi Giant before these deals disappear.
Your happy
On the ensuing kick, this one's a short kick. It's caught by Luke Ragalani, and Luke's popped as well, but boy, he gets pretty good field position for Indiana as he made the right choice to catch that football, and that's going to be near the 42-yard line. So decent starting field position for the Little Indians here on this offensive possession.
Yeah, they just need to get something positive on offense just to kind of stem this tide. And
well, you'd like to see them get a couple first downs at this point and not just give the football right back to that McKeesport offense, which is just really impressive. And here is the pitch, going to be fielded. Oh, and just immediately tackled. Just
yeah, I mean,
no chance at all.
Michael Wright.
As Charles Spells had that pitch, and Spells had a couple nice carries late in that football game last week against West Mifflin, but this time Michael Wright has been a specimen here in this first quarter. He has been impressive.
Really, really impressive.
It's a 6-yard loss. And second down and 16. He has been in the backfield, and he has delivered some really big hits as well for these Indiana players. Little movement there, and again, no call. And they are going to force Snyder out of bounds for about no gain. But it looks like McKeesport continues to get a jump, and I'm not sure why they haven't called encroachment on any of these plays.
Well, that one could have been movement on Indiana, because I think the right side of the line moved first, and I think these officials are just trying to use some game management right now.
Yeah.
So And the one thing, too, with you look at the quarterback, Jason Strachan there, Anthony Boyano went down earlier. Doesn't look like he'll return tonight. He is the backup quarterback, so it looks like Jason, either way, is going to go for the long haul again tonight.
Kevin Liu in the backfield here for Indiana. 3rd down and 16. Strack under center. Man in motion. The give is going to be to Kevin Liu, and Kevin's going to be swallowed up. May not even get back to the original line of scrimmage. Indiana's offense struggling now. I think you're right. They just want to get out of this half at this point, as McKeesport has been as advertised and then some. It's going to be a 2-yard loss, and Indiana will be forced to punt the football again. Hard to believe, their opening offensive possession, they had a big 40-plus yard pass play and then a 7-yard run, but then a fumble kind of got things off the rails, and this is another punt that
Tyler's really struggling tonight. I don't know if he's worried about the rush, if he's worried about not kicking it to spell, but something's in his head tonight. He's just not striking the ball like he normally does.
So I think it's both of those things, Pat, and I'm not in his head, obviously, but when you have the fear of Spell and Robinson back there to field the punt, you already have that in your head, and then to have the rush that has been coming to try, and every time he gets that snap, they're coming at him, and McKeesport has a great rush. I think the combination of those two things is causing him to just botch a couple of these. Instead, McKeesport has the ball at the Indiana 45. Here is going to be Bierman. Good tackle that time for Indiana by Snyder. And we'll take a stop. Any kind of 2 or 3 yard gain is a good job by that Indiana D. Nicholas Bierman in there now for Keemon Spell.
Well, Spell's in there. They ran him. He went in motion on that play. You know, as we say, Mark, a little eye candy for you.
And you probably won't see much of Spell. He did battle an ankle injury earlier in the year. This is only like his 3rd game back.
Yeah, well, he's in there right now, so let's see. But they got spread.
5:40 left to go in this first quarter, and they will fake the handoff. They're going to throw the football to Everett, who catches it, but that ball kind of sailed on Miller a little bit and forced Everett out of bounds after making the catch. And it will be about a 6-yard, 7-yard pickup, but short of the first down. And they will give him 7 yards on that. So
it'll be a 3rd and 1. Ball sits right at the 36-yard line.
That was just sort of a wide receiver screen, but that ball just kept sailing on Miller for Everett. Trips receivers to the right here for McKeesport. And the handoff will be to Keemon Spell. He bounces it off side to the left, and Keemon Spell, wow, that's some speed there as he just bounced that to the left.
They had a little jump cut right at the line of scrimmage, and then it was to the house. So there's another 35, 36, 37-yard touchdown.
I mean, he's impressive. He's got the speed. As you saw him just turn the jets on right there. And he goes from 0 to 60 in an awful hurry.
He is impressive at field level as well.
Yeah.
Here's the extra point. It is up and good, 49-0. Still over 5 minutes left to go in this first half. McKeesport with the lead, AM 1450 WDAD, 100.3 FM, Renda Digital TV.
I'm Eric Brocious. Many of you know me as a high school teacher and a coach. What you didn't know, though, is I'm also a businessman, owner of EMB Computing. I'd like to invite you to our new state-of-the-art facility to see our line of computers, laptops, iPads, MacBooks, and accessories. If you're a business owner, we'll assist you with your networks, servers, workstations, printers, and even your business phone systems. We are located at 57 North 11th Street in Indiana, or you can find us on the web at embcomputing.com. We are your technology specialists.
At Grand Beginning.
Awfully impressive here tonight on the Salute to Heroes night at Andy Kuznetsky Field. They're scoring in a lot of different ways. Spells, I believe, 4 touchdowns on the night. And here is a deep kickoff, going to be fielded by Joseph at about the 2-yard line. He's going to try to take this as he makes a man miss. He will get near the 20-yard line, but not much further, as that's where Indiana will take over.
Yeah, I mean, McKeesport, they really have just done whatever they've wanted offensively. You know, they've scored on every possession. And
they've made it look easy in a lot of cases.
Yeah, I mean, their longest drive was 8 plays. Every other one was, 2, 3. That last one was 3 plays.
1st and 10 here for Indiana from their own 20-yard line. Trailing 49-0. Jason Strack under center. He's going to drop back to throw. Fire this one up in the air. It's going to be intercepted. That one just hung up there way too long. And Roan.
Nasir Roan made a heck of an adjustment on his body, and he just kind of went up and snatched the ball out of the air.
Coach talking to Tyler Nelson down there. But that was a great adjustment by the defender, and the ball hung up there long enough to allow him to make that adjustment. So the interception gives McKeesport the football back. Not like they needed any help in tonight's football game.
That's Indiana's 2nd turnover of the night, giving this McKeesport team very, very good field position.
So they are winning 49-0. It is still 5 minutes and 12 seconds left to go in this half. When you have this many scores, that really slows things down. Bierman in the backfield now for McKeesport. He will get the carry. Pushes his way forward into Indiana territory, further into Indiana territory, I should say. He's going to get about 9 yards.
You know, when we played McKeesport last season at McKeesport, they were a very talented team, and they took it to Indiana. But, I think this year's team is better than what we saw last year.
Well, they put 54 up on Mars, and Mars is an awfully good team as well. But watching what they did last week just made you worry. And as the cart's taking Brocious off the field, so as Doug said, he's not coming back in. Or Boyana, I'm sorry.
Boyana.
Yeah, Boyana, not Brocious. So he will not be back here tonight. 2nd down and 1. Back to pass. Miller sails the football over the head of Cortez Stinson. Incomplete pass.
Trey Joseph on the coverage. So it'll be 3rd and 1. Is this the first 3rd down of the night for McKeesport? Let's see.
I think they had a 3rd and short earlier.
Yeah.
But Miller delivers a nice ball down the field, but when he has to do the screens, he seems to be struggling a little bit on those wide receiver screen passes. They sail on him a little bit. Here is 3rd down and 1. Bierman in the backfield for Miller. He'll fake the handoff, take it himself. He's going to pick up the 1st down as he crosses the 30-yard line down to the 29. So about a 9-yard pickup for Matthew Miller.
Tyler Nelson on that tackle for the Little Indians.
So
clock rolls to 4 minutes.
This clock has been unforgiving here for Indiana fans here in this first half.
I want to thank the Indiana Fire Company. They have one of their aerial trucks with a huge American flag in the end zone. Quite a display there.
Man in motion, and the give is going to be to Everett up the middle. Everett makes a man miss. He's still on his feet, fighting for that end zone. He's going to be taken out of bounds at about the 5-yard line. So a little counter action for McKeesport.
Chase Brocious on the tackle, not afraid to take on the bigger kids from opponents.
And we've seen him deliver a couple of hits for a freshman when he's carrying the football on offense too this year.
It's just good to see him back after the hit he took last week, actually being thrown down on his head by Wes Mifflin. But it's good to see Jace back in uniform and participating tonight.
So 1st and goal here for McKeesport. Here is Miller. He's going to hand the football off to Nicholas Bierman.
He got upended right away.
Yeah.
Jacob Snyder submarined it.
And Derek Oates.
Yeah.
Only about a yard pickup for Bierman.
And this is where you'll look, they may run where Miller, the quarterback, pulls it this time, and because everybody's keying on Bierman.
We will see 49-0 McKeesport looking to add on to that lead with a 2nd and goal from the 4. Instead, it's a handoff. Bierman will fight for that end zone. He gets in. Indiana was doing their best to try to keep him out, but good hard run by Nicholas Bierman to be able to push that defense into the end zone. It's going to be a 4-yard touchdown run for McKeesport. 55-0. So they've exceeded their total from last week in the whole game against Mars. And we have 2.5 minutes left to go in the first half. Here's the extra point coming up. They've been perfect on extra points here tonight. 56-0, 2.5 minutes to go in the half. AM 1450 WDAD, 100.3 FM, and Renda Digital TV.
Their focus is on growing and teaching children to be the best they can be. They know children need education, inclusion, and safety. Grand Beginnings has a mission to provide a warm and nurturing environment in which each child can grow physically, emotionally, socially, intellectually, and spiritually. Grand Beginnings Children's Center with 2 locations in Indiana, teaching children to shine since 1991. Call 724-463-1819. Find them at grandbeginnings.net.
It's football season, and before you know it, Mother Nature will say time to turn off the AC and crank up the furnace. Have you had your furnace checked lately? If not, call Anderson's Heating and Air Conditioning in Indiana. They're this area's authorized trained dealer. Anderson's can give your furnace a full checkup to make sure it's ready for fall and winter. Don't wait. The game clock is ticking down for cooler temps. Call Anderson's at 724-465-8923. Anderson's Heating and Air Conditioning. PA license 677.
Receives the kickoff here as he zigzags his way through some of the return team, or kickoff team I should say, as he gets to the 26-yard line. That's going to be where Indiana will take over, trailing 56-0 against a high-powered McKeesport team, maybe one of the best teams in the conference.
Oh, no doubt about that. I mean, they will win the conference. Getting over Mars, getting past Mars last week, they're in the driver's seat as long as they don't stub their toe somewhere. But they might be the best team in 4A.
I was just going to say I would not be shocked to see them playing for the championship in the WTIL in November.
Not a lot of weaknesses, really. That defense is as impressive as the offense. Here's going to be a quarterback option for Strack. And, boy, just as I say that, McKeesport is all over it. If Strack kept that football, they were going to swallow him for a loss. If he pitched it, they were going to get him for a loss. No matter what he did, McKeesport was there ready for that play. And instead, he does pitch it to Snyder, and that's going to be a loss of 3 yards.
And if you're Indiana, you're in no hurry here. The referees are giving them a full 40 seconds, and they're looking at the sideline. And
this has been a impressive job by McKeesport. We've talked so much about their offense, and I've been so impressed with some of these defenders as well and what they've been able to do in this football game. 2nd down and 13. The give up the middle, and again, nothing at all there. And I think they just ripped the football out of the hands of the running back, and McKeesport does get the fumble. So the 3rd turnover on the night for Indiana. With 1:23 left to go in the half, McKeesport has the football again, already leading 56-0.
Yeah, and they have the ball right at the 23-yard line.
Spell checks back in. Looking for his 5th touchdown of the night. As impressive as he is, it hasn't been all him. I mean, I know he scored 4 touchdowns, but they've they've been getting help from everywhere, and it's been a balanced effort here for McKeesport tonight.
And Bierman was on the field and then ran off.
Ball's at the 23-yard line. The pitch is going to be to Jones.
Ball's out.
And the ball is loose. Who falls on top of it? Darian Jones took the pitch on the left side, and ball came out. I think McKeesport is going to keep the football, but
they still got 4 yards in it, you know. That sums up Indiana's night right there, Mark.
Absolutely does. I was thinking the same thing, Pat. 55 seconds left to go in this half. See if McKeesport's trying to push for one more score here. They're going to give him only 2 yards on that fumble forward, and here is the carry. Another great tackle.
Nelson with a good open field tackle there.
That was Chrison Thompson.
I'll get a word with Coach Z here at the half.
Absolutely. Our Crimson Wealth Management sideline reports with Doug Steve. And 25 seconds left to go after only about a yard pickup that time. It's 3rd down, let's say 7. Here is going to be Miller rolling to his left. He's going to fire it. He has an open receiver. He's going to take it near the goal line. They're going to knock him down. Did they get in? No, he's going to be stopped just a yard shy.
They ruled him out of bounds, and they'll stop the clock for the 1st down.
Cortez Stinson.
Now they're rolling the clock.
They're not going to be able to get another playoff here. Hopefully not.
Well, boy, I don't know how. Actually, the clock never started. Like the officials said the clock should have started, and it stayed at 7 seconds the entire time, and that allowed McKeesport to spike the football.
Those 7 seconds should have come off.
Yeah, it would.
2 seconds, and they're resetting it to 2 seconds.
I think it may have. I think that's generous too. If that clock had ran, I think they would have probably killed this whole thing. Instead, they have 10 seconds, but Indiana did stop Stinson.
There they are.
At the goal line. It's a 2nd down and goal here. Last play of the half, one way or the other. Spell in the backfield. Miller drops back to throw. He throws, hits his open receiver, goes right back to Stinson in the end zone for the score. So 1 yard score. Miller to Stinson. It's going to be 62-0. We'll go down to the sidelines after this extra point attempt. Doug Steve will have Coach Linskus with what has been something of a first half. I don't even know how to describe this.
What are they doing here?
I think he's just going to take the knee.
They're going to take a knee and not even kick it.
And they do take a knee. Let's go down to the sidelines. Doug Steve has Coach Linskus.
Coach, very explosive McKeesport team. They come out and score in different ways. Your thoughts on the first half?
Look, they're a great team out there. And I mean, there's obviously some physical mismatches. You know, I don't care about the score right now. I care about our players, and that's what we're going to focus on. We got to come out and play another 24 minutes and just give up great effort and just keep getting better. I mean, we haven't seen a team like this of this caliber. And, you know, that's just where we are right now, and we just got to keep fighting. I mean, I don't want them to take it easy on us. I want them to keep playing, and I want our guys to keep playing so we just keep getting better.
Go get in a second.
Thanks.
Okay, they're having it back upstairs.
Thank you, Doug. We're coming up next, our Indiana Total Therapy halftime show. We are going to have our interview with Dr. Dan Clark for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Also, Mark Burdick will be by. He's going to have some comments on one of the issues being thrown around in the state legislature right now that impacts Indiana in particular. So we'll hear from those things and more coming up on our ITT halftime show. You're listening to AM 1450 WDAD 100.3 FM and Renda Digital TV.
Gives us enough to deal with, like doing your taxes, hosting in-laws.
Oh, you're still trying to do the beard thing, huh?
And of course, filing an insurance claim. But luckily, auto owners makes it easy. They pay what they owe without any hassle. That's simple human sense.
Get your instant quote today at wallbackinsurance.com or call us at 724-479-9378. More choices, more savings, more reasons to choose Wallback.
Spectacular savings are here at 5-star Mitsubishi Altoona. This October, we're pulling up scary good deals that will make your wallet with joy. Save up to 10 grand on your new Mitsubishi and available 0% APR for up to 60 months on all Mitsubishi models.
Don't ghost these savings. Get in today to the Mitsubishi Giant before these deals disappear.
Wow! Quick, Ken, we're getting higher and higher!
Almost as high as the closing fees on those mortgages we sold last month.
And we keep getting higher!
I know! Our closing costs are making us a fortune right now!
They sure are, but I meant we are getting higher towards the moon!
Hey, and the best thing is our customers can't find us up here!
Tired of closing costs and hidden fees going to the moon? Are you fed up with online mortgage companies treating you like an astronaut who doesn't have problems with things going higher and higher? Refinancing or purchasing a new home? InFirst Bank is here for you. They've been the trusted local mortgage lender for over 100 years. They won't surprise you with increased closing costs or hidden fees, only personalized service. They'll work with you every step of the way to get you into the home of your dreams. InFirst Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
InFirst Bank here for you since 1922.
And welcome back to the Indiana Total Therapy Halftime Show. I'm proud to be joined by Dr. Dan Clark of the IRMC Comprehensive Breast Center. Doc, it's, Breast Cancer Awareness Month again, and, we'll see all over football fields all over this county, teams wearing pink socks and pink wristbands. But to you, this is a lifelong journey. Talk to us about what IRMC can do to help those that need the assistance with breast cancer.
Sure. I mean, you're right. I've been doing this over 30 years. Breast cancer, my wife is also a breast radiologist, so it's all in the family. And, we see it all the time, year round. And it's great that we have a month to make awareness. And what women really need to know is that, 1 in 8 women in this country will get breast cancer. That's average risk. That's without the high risk factors, and when you look at it, that's up to age 80. And there's some misconception that, I'm 60 and I didn't get breast cancer, so I should be good. And there's recommendations out there that after age 70, you talk to your doctor whether you should consider screening and everything. Your risk doesn't decrease as you get older, it just gets worse. And so that's that average risk is 1 in 8 women and should have their screening done.
Now, you had talked about high risk. Now, what are some of the things that women should be, what would you consider a woman to be high risk for breast cancer?
Of course, the first thing that really stands out is family history. If you have family history, if your mother, your sister, your grandmother had breast cancer, your aunt had breast cancer, especially if they're under the age of 50. Because under the age of 50 has a high association with genetic mutations that put you at higher risk. And of course, genetic mutations are a big one, but how do you know you have a genetic mutation? It's by looking at these other high-risk factors. If you've had a breast biopsy with precancerous findings, of course, that puts you at a higher risk. If you've been on hormonal therapy for an extended period of time, puts you at higher risk. Obesity puts you at higher risk. All these things get factored in. A poor diet is now well recognized. A high-fat diet puts you at a higher risk, not just for breast, but also colorectal cancer. Inactivity, if you're not getting out and actually exercising and get some physical activity going, that puts you at higher risk. But the other things that put you at higher risk that you don't think about is if you have a family history not only of breast cancer, but somebody in your family had ovarian cancer. Okay. That's associated with a risk of breast cancer as well.
So what can a patient, if they wanted to come to IRMC because they felt that they had some of these risk factors, obviously I would assume they'd start with their primary doctor, or where would they start?
They can actually just call our office directly and make an appointment for an evaluation if you think that you're at high risk. We've started a screening process when you come in for your mammogram. And we offer you a tablet where you can actually go onto the tablet and put in all your history and everything like that. And it will tell you if you are at high risk and offer you a referral to our office for an evaluation because there may be additional imaging. And, one of the things that has been in the news a lot lately that I failed to mention is your density on mammogram actually increases your risk. The more dense the breasts are, the higher risk of developing breast cancer. And when you get a mammogram, it can be confusing. They give you a density grade from D1 through 4. And, D4 is extremely high risk, or not high risk, extremely dense. D1 is mostly fatty breasts, and in between there. And depending if you have dense breasts plus other risk factors, put you at higher risk as well. So that will all be evaluated. And you can start with your primary care, or you can just call our office, or when you go in for your mammogram, fill out the tablet, and it'll tell you that. It'll tell you if you're at risk for genetics, if you're at higher risk for breast cancer, even without genetics. So.
And at IRMC, you have a lot of different ways to get into treatment or into care or screenings, I should say, I guess. You're still offering the walk-ins on Mondays, I believe, right. Mammogram Mondays. Right. And what other options are there for mammograms? I believe mammograms, it's still one of the best starting points.
Yeah, of all the studies out there, ultrasound, MRI, and mammogram are the 3 main breast studies. Mammogram by far catches more breast cancers than any of the others combined. Mammogram is considered the starting point. All the others are accessory to mammogram, so they don't replace mammogram. Current recommendation is average risk at age 40, you should start yearly mammograms and continue them lifelong until your life expectancy is less than 5 years. So how do you figure that out? That's where after 70, you have the discussion with your primary care doctor or your gynecologist and things like that. But mammogram by far and away. But then we supplement that with whole breast ultrasounds, targeted ultrasounds, and the biggest one is breast MRI. That really helps us find those other additional cancers that may be missed on mammogram.
Now, as a comprehensive breast center, patients don't have to go to Pittsburgh or somewhere else. Right. They can do it all right here in their own community. Is that correct?
Correct. As a matter of fact, we've developed a relationship with Hillman Cancer Center. And every cancer treatment that you get at McGee or Hillman Cancer Center is now available on campus at IRMC. That's been in place for more than 5 years now. When I first got here, and I hate to say it's 7.5 years ago now, established the Comprehensive Breast Center. We were the first nationally certified breast center in all of Western PA before anybody in Pittsburgh. And that took a lot of effort. And, I always say I give credit to the administration and Steve Wolf, the CEO, for putting everything behind this to getting everything in place. Our radiology department is certified as a center of excellence in breast imaging by the American College of Radiology. It's the highest certification you can get in breast imaging. And so we've really gotten the standards up and going. We meet or exceed all national standards. And that was my goal when we came here. And, it was real easy to do it because everybody was really interested in providing the absolute best care we can locally. Now with our affiliation with Hillman, every research and every protocol that's available downtown, we have access to right on campus. So,
Doctor, I appreciate you spending some time with us here on a Football Friday, and we'll be back with more of the Indiana Total Therapy halftime show after this.
Whether your goals include college education funding, retirement planning, generating income, or reducing taxes, at Crimson Wealth Management Group, we've got you covered. We make it easy for you to make the right decisions by offering you access to a comprehensive array of investment products and wealth management strategies under one roof. One stop for all your financial needs. Crimson Wealth Management Group is committed to helping you pursue your goals, whatever they may be. Stop in and speak with me, Doug Steve, today. You'll be glad you did. Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
The snap's good. The pass is caught. Touchdown! Just like a winning team, Integrated Power Services knows it takes dedication, teamwork, and vision to succeed. That's why IPS proudly supports our local high schools in both academics and athletics. Because whether it's the classroom, the court, or the end zone, excellence starts with commitment. Here's to a bright future and a winning season. From your friends at IPS, Integrated Power Services. Respond, rethink, resolve.
Becoming a champion isn't defined by a single moment. It's a journey shaped by years of dedication on and off the court. Milk stands out as a nutrient-rich powerhouse loaded with protein, calcium, and essential vitamins, making it crucial for muscle recovery and building strength. Fuel your passion with milk, a natural sports drink. Drink milk, stay strong, and play hard. Cheers to the incredible benefits of milk and sports nutrition. A message from the Allied Milk producers.
To be a champion, you need to have teamwork, great skills, good conditioning, and above all, you need to stay healthy. But if injury occurs, you need a team of specialists that can get you back in the game. Indiana Total Therapy has been helping area athletes for years. Indiana Total Therapy, with 3 locations, IRMC at Chestnut Ridge in Blairsville, Shelley Drive in Indiana, and at the Human Motion Institute on the campus of IRMC. ITT, the best in our field, and voted Best Physical Therapy in the Best of Indiana County contest.
Spectacular savings are here at 5-star Mitsubishi Altoona. This October, we're pulling up scary good deals that will make your wallet with joy. Save up to 10 grand on your new Mitsubishi and available 0% APR for up to 60 months on all Mitsubishi models.
Don't ghost these savings. Get in today to the Mitsubishi Giant before these deals disappear.
Sometimes you just have to shake your head. Here in Indiana, Pennsylvania, yes, Indiana, in Indiana County, we've carried the proud Indians nickname at Indiana Area High School for generations. It's not just some casual nickname. It's woven into our history, our school spirit, and our community pride. It's a name that represents respect, honor, and tradition, not mockery. But now a legislator from Philadelphia, a place that's a good 275 miles from here and might as well be another planet when it comes to understanding small-town life, wants to strip away that identity. Democratic State Representative Christopher Rabb is proposing legislation to ban Native American mascots and logos in Pennsylvania public schools. If this bill becomes law, Indiana High School would be forced to drop the Indians' name, and with great expense. Let that sink in. A representative from Philadelphia is telling Indiana, Pennsylvania that our own name, which honors people, not insults them, is suddenly a problem. And if we're going down that road, maybe we should go all the way. Let's change the name of the borough of Indiana. Let's change the name of Indiana County, too. Maybe we can get a committee together to make sure that we rename every street sign, business, and map that dares to use the word Indiana. I mean, if we're going to be hypersensitive, let's do it right. Of course, I say that sarcastically because this is absurd. Even Indiana University of Pennsylvania caved years ago, changing the mascot from Big Indians to Crimson Hawks after pressure from outside groups, a move that to this day remains very controversial. And here we are again being told by someone who doesn't live here, doesn't understand this community, and apparently doesn't have bigger problems to solve, that our mascot is suddenly a statewide emergency. Here's a thought. Maybe Representative Rabb should focus on things that actually matter to Pennsylvanians. Things like passing a state budget, for example, might be a good idea. Saving his own crime-ridden city that is crumbling right before his eyes. Not micromanaging small-town schools with decades-old mascots that are cherished, not ridiculed. The cost of rebranding could range from $5,000 to $100,000 per school. Taxpayer money that could go to teachers, programs, and students. Instead, it would go to scrubbing away a proud name and rewriting a history that we didn't ask to change. We should all stand against discrimination for sure, but there's a world of difference between a slur and a symbol of pride. Communities like ours shouldn't be punished for honoring a name that means something to us. We are Indiana. Our mascot is the Indians. Get over it, Representative Rabb. You have enough issues in your own broken down city that need fixed. Please stop telling us how we live in our own community and start doing your actual job.
Mountains Behavioral Health offers comprehensive mental health treatment with separate wings for adolescents, adults, and seniors. From anxiety to depression to schizophrenia and many other conditions, including dementia, Mountains Behavioral Health tailors its services to the medical, emotional, and social needs of its patients. Mountains Behavioral Health, exceptional personalized mental health treatment to help you feel better and thrive. Close to home on the IRMC main campus.
Whether your goals include college education funding, retirement planning, generating income, or reducing taxes, at Crimson Wealth Management Group, we've got you covered. We make it easy for you to make the right decisions by offering you access to a comprehensive array of investment products and wealth management strategies under one roof. One stop for all your financial needs. Crimson Wealth Management Group is committed to helping you pursue your goals, whatever they may be. Stop in and speak with me, Doug Steve, today. You'll be glad you did. Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
Drive through summer and save big at Luther Ford. Right now at Luther Ford, lease a new 2025 Ford F-150 XLT or Ford Ranger XLT, your choice, just $420 a month. That's right, your choice, just $420 a month with no money down. These Luther Ford leases are incredible, and with no money down, the savings are huge. Luther Ford, Route 119, Homer City, and Admiral Perry Highway, Evansburg.
What sets one insurance agency apart from another? Building relationships. Hutton Blues Insurance prides themselves on building strong, personal relationships with their clients. Hutton Blues is an independent agency offering you choices to get you the best coverage at the best rate. When you buy insurance, whether it's for your home, car, business, life, or retirement, you want an advocate working in your best interests, and that's the Hutton Blues Insurance Indiana County and Trent Insurance Cambria County.
I'm State Senator Joe Pittman, wishing all students who participate in extracurricular activities every success in the classroom and on the field. The teamwork and leadership skills you learn today will serve you and our entire community well in the years ahead. We need future leaders prepared to step forward and make our region a better place to live, work, and raise a family. I'm proud of the work and effort you are putting forth. Have fun, be safe, and enjoy the season.
Paid for by Friends of Joe Pittman.
The Indiana Borough Police Department is proud to stand with our community, just like they stand behind our hometown team. From local events to working with students and caring for families, their mission is simple: your peace, safety, and comfort, and they are only a phone call away. Alongside first responding partners, they're always here for us. On the field, off the field, and everywhere in between. So as you cheer on your team tonight, remember, they always have our backs. Stay safe, Indiana.
Hey Indiana High sports fans, Gooden Associates Insurance Agency is just like you. They support Indiana High sports too. They're also proud to live in Indiana where they help families like yours with auto, home, life, business, and farm insurance. Don't drop the ball. Get the professional coaching you need to win at life. Call Gooden Associates Insurance Agency at 724-465-8887. And go Indiana High Little Indians. Nationwide is on your side. Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates, Columbus, Ohio, subject to underwriting guidelines, review, and approval.
At Beacon Children's Learning Center, we believe in learning through play because experience is the best teacher.
That's why every day at Beacon is filled with discovery. We give kids the chance to explore, grow, and build confidence with caring teachers to guide and support them along the way.
Safe, nurturing, and so much fun. Beacon is where your child's curiosity shines. Call today at 724-349-0234 to schedule your tour.
Beacon Children's Learning Center. More than just a babysitter.
Affordable Interiors.
Hi, this is Aaron. For decades, Affordable Interiors has been built on trust, quality, and a love for serving our community. Now that legacy is being passed on for the next generation. Bailey and I will continue to provide the same ideals and high standards you've come to know and love. While the whole family grows, so has our store. Come see our newly renovated showroom floors and updated storefront. Thank you for allowing Affordable Interiors to transform your homes and businesses yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
Luxembourg's Jewelers would like to wish the best of luck to all the Heritage Conference schools and, of course, the Indiana Little Indians this season. Luxembourg's is excited to celebrate the grand reopening of their downtown Indiana location at 621 Philadelphia Street. Along with the Indiana Mall store, Luxembourg's Jewelers is still the winning choice for gifts of any occasion. Show your school pride with gifts ranging from beautiful logoed coffee mugs, keychains, money clips, water bottles, and more. Luxembourg's Jewelers is Indiana's jeweler.
Are you planning an event you want to shine? Beacon Sound Systems has everything you need to make it unforgettable. From tents, tables, chairs, and dance floors to professional LED walls, cameras, sound systems, and lighting. They have generators, podiums, and portable restrooms. Need entertainment? Book your DJs, bands, or karaoke, and pastors on staff to perform your wedding ceremony. Lively parties to professional events, Beacon Sound Systems does it all. Call today and make your next event shine. Beacon. Be seen, be heard, be legendary.
day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your local Erie agent is William G. Meckling Insurance Agency. Get a quote at 724-465-4261 or visit mecklinginsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
IRMC's Mountains Behavioral Health offers comprehensive mental health treatment with separate wings for adolescents, adults, and seniors. From anxiety to depression to schizophrenia and many other conditions, including dementia, Mountains Behavioral Health tailors its services to the medical, emotional, and social needs of its patients. Mountains Behavioral Health, exceptional personalized mental health treatment to help you feel better and thrive. Close to home on the IRMC main campus.
Becoming a champion isn't defined by a single moment. It's a journey shaped by years of dedication on and off the court. Milk stands out as a nutrient-rich powerhouse loaded with protein, calcium, and essential vitamins, making it crucial for muscle recovery and building strength. Fuel your passion with milk, a natural sports drink. Drink milk, stay strong, and play hard. Cheers to the incredible benefits of milk and sports nutrition. A message from the Allied Milk Producers.
As a Priority First Federal Credit Union member, you'll join 16,000 others who enjoy more than just banking. You get the personalized service and benefits you deserve. With 56 years of experience, we know how to put you first. With local loan decisions made right here to support you when it matters most. With online banking and mobile deposit for easy access anytime, anywhere. Because you're more than just an account number. You're a valued member. Visit us at one of our 7 branches to find out why putting you first is our priority.
On the field tonight, it's all about power, teamwork, and determination. The same spirit driving Homer City redevelopment. And just like our community is powering up for the future, Homer City Redevelopment wishes all of the players, coaches, and fans a healthy, successful football season. While this game may be in the fourth quarter, for Homer City Redevelopment, they're just getting started. Because for Indiana County, we all feel the best is yet to come. And you can read all about it in the Renda Media Best of Indiana County magazine.
Discover a world of convenience at Martin's Food Store in Indiana, where quantity, variety, and freshness meet unbeatable value. Shop in-store or online at martinsfoods.com, with personalized service including hand-picked groceries delivered to your car. Plus, Martin's Pharmacy makes it easy to fill your prescriptions while you shop. Don't forget to join the Martin's Loyalty Program. Earn and redeem points for groceries and even gas. Experience why Martin's Food Store is the gold winner in the best of Indiana County. Visit them on Oakland Avenue today.
To get our third quarter underway here as both teams are on the field. They've finished their warm-ups. That wraps up our ITT halftime show. It's 62-0 here at Andy Kuznetsky Field on a Salute to Heroes night at Indiana. Still an impressive first half for McKeesport. Again, they scored on every single possession. Indiana had 3 turnovers in the first half. That didn't help, but you don't need a lot of help if you're McKeesport, when you've got the talent. And we've talked, Pat, about Keemon Spell on the offense. The defense was real impressive. Michael Wright in particular.
Yes.
That defense very impressive in the first half.
Yeah, he really was impressive. I mean, he runs sideline to sideline, and he's not afraid to lay the lumber either. He had a couple big hits. He had one to Kevin Liu that I'm just glad Kevin got up, because it was a heck of a hit right in the hole.
Doug Steve down on our sidelines as well.
And the clock is already running as we're in the mercy rule.
Graham Beginnings Children's Center sponsors the second half kickoff. Get your children ready to shine at Graham Beginnings. Here is Brocious, who will receive the kick. Still on his feet as he crosses the 35, 36-yard line. Pretty good return for Jace.
All right.
I like Coach Zelinskis' approach to this second half, though. I mean, it's kind of, a lot of people will say, well, what are you going to say? But, doesn't shy away from the talent that is on this McKeesport team, and he wants his kids to keep working hard.
Yeah, I mean, you look at this roster, and it's such a young roster. In any other given year, a lot of these young men would be playing JV.
Yeah, most of the team would be JV. Here is Strack on first down and 10, rolling to his right. He fires it down the field, and that ball, is that intercepted?
Yes, it is.
What a job by Tyre Swindle, who that looked like that was going to be a completed pass, and the ground that he made up in a hurry to get back and get that interception. Wow.
Talking with some of the Indiana coaches coming onto the field after halftime, I said about how impressive they are offensively. There's so many weapons, and a couple of coaches said, yeah, but I'm more impressed with their defense. We didn't think their defense was this good.
Yeah, and they've really been impressive.
They've been, that's proof right there. As
is that the third turnover of the night?
Fourth turnover on the night. We had 2 fumbles and 2 interceptions. And so McKeesport will take the over at, the ball is going to be right on the nose of the 45-yard line. And the fake here is going to be Miller. Option it to Everett. Everett making one man miss. Still on his feet. Breaks free from an arm tackle, and they are going to bring him down. But that was another problem with Indiana in the first half, is missing some tackles.
Yeah, that was an example there where you had 4 Indiana guys all there to make a tackle, but they give up a first down. And that just, that's demoralizing to any defense.
So it's about 11-yard pickup for Everett.
Should have been about a 1-yard loss.
They had his jersey right at the line of scrimmage and could not bring him down. Here is Miller rolling to his left. He fires it in the flat. He has an open receiver, but ball thrown a little bit behind Everett as he does catch it, but falls to the turf. Be second down after the completion. I've been more impressed with Miller's long passes than his short passes tonight. If there's one knock on this offense, it seems like when he's thrown it short, he's been a little off the mark. His receivers have been talented enough to make those catches, though. That's a 6-yard gain. And the give up the middle. This time it is not Keemon Spell. That's going to be Isaiah Brentley.
Bentley on the carry.
And so Brentley's going to get a first down.
Brocious made that tackle for the Little Indians.
8:35 on a running clock here in the Mercy Rule. 62-0 McKeesport. 2 receivers split right, 2 split to the left. Here is Miller back to throw. Got plenty of time. He's rolling now to his right, trying to buy some time to find an open receiver. He does hit an open receiver for a first down and more. Nice move inside for McKeesport. 5 into the end zone for the touchdown. That is Cole Cochran. Great job by Matthew Miller to be able to buy extra time. Rolled to his left, rolled to his right. Good coverage initially by Indiana, but when you have that much time as a quarterback, a receiver is going to find his way open, and Akeem Cochran did. And that went for a 25-yard score.
And let's see, what are they going to do here? Are they just going to kneel on it again?
And so it is a 68-0 score right now.
And they're going to line up as if they're going for 2, but they're just going to kneel on it.
So we're going to take a quick timeout as well. AM 1450 WDAD 100.3 FM, Renda Digital TV.
Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your local Erie agent is William G. Meckling Insurance Agency. Get a quote at 724-465-4261 or visit mecklinginsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Glad to be joined by Dylan Folk. He's going to do the play-by-play for this series as McKeesport set to kick it off.
Jace Broch is back to return. He's going to run it up the middle, and he will be tackled at about the 34-yard line, and Indiana will start with their first possession of the second half.
Yeah, and well, actually, Indiana had the ball and threw an interception on the first play, but hopefully they can sustain a drive here as they go. They're going to have the ball 1st and 10. The score is 68-0. McKeesport leads. We do have a running clock, Dylan, so let's see what Indiana can do here at the 34.
Again, it's 1st and 10 Indiana. Jason Strack going to be lined up under center here on first down. Roman Jones motioning to the right. He will get the toss along the right end. He'll be pushed out of bounds for a gain of about 5 yards.
Yeah, they just ran a simple toss there where they put Roman in motion and got him on the fly. And they actually move it back a little bit, gave him about a 3-yard gain.
2nd down and 7 now for Indiana as the referee spots the ball. If you're Indiana here, what are you trying to establish?
Oh, you just want to get first downs. If you can get first downs and just keep the ball out of the hands of the McKeesport offense, that's your goal.
Handoff up the middle.
That's Elijah Thomas, I believe.
Gain of about 3.
Yep, that'll bring up a 3rd and 5 now. And on 3rd and 5, Indiana can basically run their entire offense. They could throw the ball here or they could run the ball. I think they're in, if they get close to this on 4th down, I think Coach Zelinskis will probably go for it at this point.
Yeah, at this stage in the game, you got to consider going for that one. Strack relaying signals to his teammates. Dylan Shank lined up to his left. Strack's going to be lined up under center again here on this 3rd and 4. It's going to be a give up the middle. And he is not quite there, but as you said, Indiana's lined up in position to go for it.
Yeah, and, they were able to they gave him the first down.
Did get it.
So that first down is brought to you by InFirst Bank. InFirst Bank here for you for all your banking needs. Check them out.
So that's what you wanted to see from Indiana, 1st and 10. As they move the sticks.
Yeah, that's Indiana's first down since the first quarter. So that's good that Indiana's offense is able to sustain a drive.
Number 1, Elijah Thomas lined up behind Strack here on 1st down. There's whistles, flag down in the play.
And it's going to be offsides McKeesport. Let's throw it down to Steve down on the sideline. Doug, what are you seeing down there?
Well, one thing any team that's coached by Mark Zelinskis, they're never going to give up, and you can see that right now, and the coaches are all positive. Still coaching all the players up as they go on and off the field.
Yeah, and that's one of the things Coach Zelinskis has talked about. He knows how young this group is, and he just wants to see improvement each play, each series, and they will play hard.
We've seen it at times this year with players like Jace Broch.
Yes.
3rd and 5 for Indiana.
1st and 5.
1st and 5. Give me a handoff to Thomas. We'll come close. After that, offside penalty on McKeesport.
So it's going to be about a 2nd and 2 now. Ball is into McKeesport territory, sitting right at the 48.
Very good response from Indiana so far after that first possession interception.
Yeah, and, I'd like to see them go back to throwing the football a little bit. They had success early, but then the last 2 Jason's thrown have been intercepted. So let's see what they do.
He does drop back to pass, and it's going to be an out route caught along the right side of the field.
And that's Trayvon Joseph. So another InFirst Bank first down.
And here is the sustained drive you were talking about for Indiana.
Yeah, and that's, if you get this down, and that clock will continue to run, obviously, as we are in the mercy rule. But, if Indiana can get this thing going and put points on the board, that's the goal at this point. And obviously, McKeesport does have some of their second team in there, so.
Tyler Nelson lined up along our near side. It's going to be a big jet sweep to the left. and he will get out. That's Jacob Snyder. Holcomb very close to a first down. Let's see where that spot is, but good push from Indiana.
Yeah, you're going to give him 8 yards, so it'll be 2nd and 2 now. Ball's going to sit right at the 34-yard line as that clock rolls down, approaching 2 minutes in the third quarter.
This is what you want to see from Indiana, getting positive yards on first down and making it manageable on the later downs. So it is going to be 2nd and 2. Indiana offense trying to score their first points of the game.
Yeah, this is, I mean, what Indiana wants to do is possess the football.
Strack waiting for the ball from his center. Shank along the right side with the ball. He'll get pushed out of bounds after about a 4-yard gain, but...
Nah, he actually lost because you saw he was running backwards. It's going to be a loss of about 3 or 4 yards. So that's going to bring up a 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5 now.
You got to think for Indiana, this is not a definite passing situation because, as we said, on a previous third down, if you get it close, you're going to think about going for it.
Yeah, and that was the situation on that jet sweep where Dillon just has to decide, hey, it's not there. I'm going to put my foot in the ground and get upfield as much as I can. Ball's back to the 38.
It'd be interesting if Indiana calls a run or a pass play here. Strack's ready for anything. He will drop back to pass, but he's going to run it up the middle, and he keeps it. Come about 2 yards short.
Yeah, so he's going to be about 2 yards, but again, that's okay. That allows Indiana to continue to run their offense. They're going to have to run. Well, they're not going to have to snap the ball because the referees have held the play clock. So they can run this down to the quarter. And I think that's what Indiana's most likely going to do.
We'll see here. Strack is going to line up, but play clock aligned mostly with the game clock. They will run a play. It's going to be Strack keep along the right side. He'll make a man miss along the right sideline. Jason Strack. Beautiful run.
And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter. You're listening to an IRMC High School Sports Night. McKeesport leads 68-0 as we head to the fourth quarter. We'll be back after this with more Indians football.
Mountains Behavioral Health offers comprehensive mental health treatment with separate wings for adolescents, adults, and seniors. From anxiety to depression to schizophrenia and many other conditions, including dementia, Mountains Behavioral Health tailors its services to the medical, emotional, and social needs of its patients. Mountains Behavioral Health, exceptional personalized mental health treatment to help you feel better and thrive. Close to home on the IRMC main campus.
Becoming a champion isn't defined by a single moment. It's a journey shaped by years of dedication on and off the court. Milk stands out as a nutrient-rich powerhouse loaded with protein, calcium, and essential vitamins, making it crucial for muscle recovery and building strength. Fuel your passion with milk, a natural sports drink. Drink milk, stay strong, and play hard. Cheers to the incredible benefits of milk and sports nutrition. A message from the Allied Milk producers.
Here at Andy Kuzneski Field on first down, Elijah Thomas takes it for about a 5-yard gain. So, Dylan, that'll be a good run by Elijah on first down.
So it's going to be 2nd and 6 for Indiana as they switch sides of the field and push it inside the 15-yard line.
If you're Indiana, you really want to try to come away with points here.
Elijah Thomas lined up behind Strack on this 2nd and 6. It's going to be a reverse to the right, and that is Roman Jones. He's going to get shoved down for a loss.
Yeah, Indiana's not had any success running on the perimeter tonight. When they've tried to go out wide, the speed of the McKeesport defense really shows up. So it's going to be about a 3rd now and 8. 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8. Where'd they put the ball? Looks like it's right around the 16.
Right on the 15.
15? Thank you, Doug. Our sideline reports are brought to you by Crimson Wealth Management. And all of our first downs tonight are brought to you by InFirst Bank.
Roman Jones and Elijah Thomas going to stay in the game. 3rd and 7 here for Indiana, trying to score their first points of the game. It's going to be Jones motion to the right again, and E.T. will get the carry up the middle.
That's a good run by Elijah Thomas. That should be good for another InFirst Bank first down.
Down to the 6.
So 1st and goal from the 6. Clock is now at 9:45. McKeesport leads Indiana 68-0 here in the 4th quarter. But Indiana's knocking on the door trying to break this shutout.
Again, Indiana trying to punch this one into the end zone.
We want to thank Sam Snedden and Alex Donaldson, our video crew here tonight, our presenting sponsors.
Handoff off the middle, Elijah Thomas, and nothing doing there.
Yeah, no, and he was able to get down to about the 3. Our presenting sponsors on the video side are Beacon Children's Center, More Than Just a Babysitter, and Beacon Sound. Be seen, be heard.
As Indiana's quarterback, Jason Strack, after receiving the play, waltzes back onto the field.
Indiana is looking to punch this ball, and this has been an extended drive, as we talked about, Dylan.
Thomas again lined up behind Strack, and he's going to run it right up the middle.
And it looks like they're trying to push him in.
He's going to be marked just short.
They're going to mark him right at outside. What do you see, Doug?
No, I mean, I thought the ball got across the plane, but this official down here at the goal line was right on it and marked him probably half a football shy of the end zone.
So you got to assume Indiana's going to.
Well, it's 3rd down. It's 3rd and 1. What do you do here? Again, I'd try to get the ball to Thomas or one of your bigger guys and just try to get it in there.
What do you say about the same thing?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Why not? Because we know they've not had success running to the perimeter. So just try to load it up right up the middle and get enough of a push.
3rd and goal for Indiana. Strack gets the snap, and Elijah Thomas will punch it in. So Indiana scores a touchdown. Their first points of the game, and very welcome.
Yeah, I mean, you never want to be shut out, especially at home. And, so they were able to, and we want to thank the Indiana Fire Association. They have the big fire truck, the aerial ladder with the American flag, and when Indiana scored, they lit up their fire truck and turned on all the lights. So Justin John on to kick the extra point.
And that extra point is blocked.
So the score is McKeesport 68, Indiana 6. We'll be back with more Indians football after this on an IRMC High School Sports Night.
First Federal Credit Union member, you'll join 16,000 others who enjoy more than just banking. You get the personalized service and benefits you deserve. With 56 years of experience, we know how to put you first. With local loan decisions made right here to support you when it matters most. With online banking and mobile deposit for easy access anytime, anywhere. Because you're more than just an account number. You're a valued member. Visit us at one of our 7 branches to find out why putting you first is our priority.
Kisneski Field. Thank you to Dylan Folk, filling in for me for a little bit. And now filling in for Pat, we have Zeke Thomas. Zeke, what do you think of that touchdown drive?
Well, it was great to get some points on the board to prevent the shutout and have something to build off for next week against Mars.
15-play, 66-yard drive. Thomas with the 1-yard touchdown run. Extra point was blocked. 68-6 is our score. Here is the squib kick. Now going to be fielded by McKeesport with some decent field position. He's going to be tackled at about the 41-yard line. That was, well, I'm looking for a 29, but we don't have one. Oh, yes, we do. On this roster, Zion Jones, the sophomore for McKeesport, carried that football. We're going to take a look here at the Indiana High defense. Still a lot of the same faces we're seeing out there, Zeke, for Indiana.
Yeah, it looks to be a lot of the starters. McKeesport's put a lot of their backups in, but Indiana still has their starters in, looking to get something to build off here.
Try to get a look at these numbers for McKeesport. Handoff is going to be up the middle. That will be Brentley.
The one thing I did hear, Mark, is there's no JV game tomorrow, so, you know, for some of these kids, they're getting some playing time, which they would tomorrow as well, but there's no JV game.
Okay. So that's going to be a loss of 1 for Brentley, but no JV game. That's going to impact some of the playing time. As we said, too, you know, Zeke, so many underclassmen, freshmen and sophomores for this Indiana team. In a lot of games, it's like they are a JV team that they have out on the field. Trying to get the number of the quarterback now for McKeesport.
Looks like 32.
So he is going to drop back to pass under some pressure. Kevin Lou's got him by the jersey, and they are going to bring him down the backfield.
33.
So number 33 is the quarterback. He's Jordan Stevance. Couldn't have had an easy name, could he? Stuvance, we'll say. So Jordan Stuvance, thank you, Pat. Pretty good pressure that time, Zeke, by Indiana.
Yeah, the defensive line has given up some big rushes today, but it's nice to see them get something to build off for next week.
It'd be a loss of 6 on that sack. Really started by Kevin Lou, who had a hold of Stuvance in the backfield, allowed the rest of the defense to make up some ground. 3rd down and 17. 4:28 to go on the Mercy Rule clock here in this 4th quarter. Stuvance has Brentley to his right. He's in the shotgun, spread formation. We got a whistle. They're going to call a timeout.
Timeout.
We're going to take a quick 30-second timeout as well and come back and probably wrap this one up. 68-6. McKeesport leading Indiana. AM 1450 WDAD, 100.3 FM and Renda Digital TV.
Tonight, it's all about power, teamwork, and determination. The same spirit driving Homer City redevelopment. And just like our community is powering up for the future, Homer City Redevelopment wishes all of the players, coaches, and fans a healthy, successful football season. While this game may be in the 4th quarter, for Homer City Redevelopment, they're just getting started. Because for Indiana County, we all feel the best is yet to come. And you can read all about it in the Renda Media Best of Indiana County magazine.
Discover a world of convenience at Martin's Food Store in Indiana, where quantity, variety, and freshness meet unbeatable value. Shop in-store or online at martinsfoods.com, with personalized service including hand-picked groceries delivered to your car. Plus, Martin's Pharmacy makes it easy to fill your prescriptions while you shop. Don't forget to join the Martin's Loyalty Program. Earn and redeem points for groceries and even gas. Experience why Martin's Food Store is the gold winner in the best of Indiana County. Visit them on Oakland Avenue today.
On his way behind the secondary, and Stuvance delivered a nice ball deep down the field, and Calwood takes it all the way into the end zone for the score. That was a huge play by the backups.
That may have been the backup quarterback, but that was beyond a starter quality throw.
Great throw by Stuvance, who is sophomore quarterback in for McKeesport. 74-6. Their last couple, they are going to take it on their knee here. We'll take a quick 30-second timeout as well. 74-6, McKeesport with the lead over Indiana. back maybe to wrap this one up with 3:50 left to go in the game. 1450 WDAD, Renda Digital TV, 100.3 FM.
Grand Beginnings Children's Center, their focus is on growing and teaching children to be the best they can be. They know children need education, inclusion, and safety. Grand Beginnings has a mission to provide a warm and nurturing environment in which each child can grow physically, emotionally, socially, intellectually, and spiritually. Grand Beginnings Children's Center with 2 locations in Indiana, teaching children to shine since 1991. Call 724-463-1819. Find them at grandbeginnings.net.
The fourth quarter is being...
Maybe next week as they wrap up this season, but for tonight, McKeesport has pretty much had their way with the Little Indians, 74-6. Here is going to be Trey Joseph fielding the kickoff. I'm sorry, is that Roman Jones maybe? My old eyes are getting the 7s and 2s mixed up. So that was Roman Jones who fielded it. And Roman struggled to get anything going tonight, but he looks better. Zeke, he hobbled last week because of that injury during the pre-games, but doesn't look like he's limping. He does have some tape on that left leg, but he's looked okay. Unfortunately, they just haven't had a whole lot of room to run tonight.
Yeah, it was unfortunate that he wasn't able to go last week, but he's been back this week, and I don't think there's any lingering effects as far as I can tell.
First down and 10 for Indiana. Now the ball at the 30-yard line. Here is Strack. He's going to call a timeout as well. So I'll tell you what, we'll take one more 30-second timeout, and we'll come back with an Indiana possession. AM 1450 WDAD, 100.3 FM, Renda Digital TV, Indiana Regional Medical Center, High School Sports Night, back in 30.
Hi, this is Aaron. For decades, Affordable Interiors has been built on trust, quality, and a love for serving our community. Now that legacy is being passed on for the next generation. Bailey and I will continue to provide the same ideals and high standards you've come to know and love. While the whole family grows, so has our store. Come see our newly renovated showroom floors and updated storefront. Thank you for allowing Affordable Interiors to transform your homes and businesses. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
IRMC's Mountains Behavioral Health offers comprehensive mental health treatment with separate wings for adolescents, adults, and seniors. From anxiety to depression to schizophrenia and many other conditions, including dementia, Mountains Behavioral Health tailors its services to the medical, emotional, and social needs of its patients. Mountains Behavioral Health, exceptional personalized mental health treatment to help you feel better and thrive. Close to home on the IRMC main campus.
Dylan. Zeke Thomas joining me here in the booth. Dylan Folk earlier in the game joined Pat.
Yeah, Dylan also broke off a big run last week against West Mifflin. It's nice to see him follow that up with a nice run here tonight. And hopefully he can get another one next week against Mars.
One streak that will end tonight is Indiana will walk off this home field with a loss. They were 3-0 coming in at home. Now they'll be 3-1.
Yeah, their first loss at home this season on a Salute to Heroes night. Fake pitch for Strack. He rolls to his left, looking to try to find an opening. Nothing down the field, and he'll just carry it himself as finally pushed out of bounds after about a 5-yard pickup for Jason.
Far have just one more play left in the game.
Indiana did finally get in the end zone their last offensive possession, but McKeesport, I don't think they've punted all night.
No, they haven't.
Last play here for Indiana. They will have to have one more snap as there's about a 10-second difference between the play clock and the game clock. So we'll see what Indiana elects to do. Third down and 5, excuse me. Here is going to be the fake pitch. Strack rolling to his right. He's looking to try to find somebody open down the field. Again, good coverage. Ball is going to be incomplete. That's going to do it for this football game. Thank you, Zeke, for joining me, and that's going to wrap up this broadcast. Our first Commonwealth Bank post-game show is next as McKeesport defeats Indiana 74-6. We'll have an interview with Coach Mark Zelinskis coming up with Doug Steve. I'll take a look at our first Commonwealth Bank quick stats and more. That's all coming up next on our first Commonwealth Bank post-game show. Time to be first. Indiana falls to McKeesport 74-6 tonight from Andy Kosneski Field. AM 1450 WDAD 100.3 FM, Renda Digital TV.
It's the hottest deal ever from Vocelli Pizza. For a limited time, get one large one-topping pizza hot from the oven for just $9.99. Order online 7 days a week for carryout or delivery with no limit on this deal. You can stack those pizzas high and order as many one-topping pizzas for $9.99 as you want, as often as you want. But hurry, because who knows how long this will last at Vocelli Pizza. For a hot deal that won't burn your wallet, order from Vocelli Pizza on Oakland Ave.
Spectacular savings are here at 5-star Mitsubishi Altoona. Ooh. This October, we're brewing up scary good deals that will make your wallet with joy. Save up to 10 grand on your new Mitsubishi. And available 0% APR for up to 60 months on all Mitsubishi models. Ooh.
Don't ghost these savings. Get in today to the Mitsubishi Giant before these deals disappear.
Van hasn't returned your call? Chuck and a truck can't get there for 2 months? Stop dealing with fly-by-nighters and call a company that's fully capable for all your plumbing and heating needs. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated is on call 24/7, 365 days a year. Visit us at joyceplumbing.com. That's joyceplumbing.com. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated, the best place in town to take a leak. PA 042115.
It's not just hot. It's the hottest deal ever from Vocelli Pizza. For a limited time, get one large one-topping pizza hot from the oven for just $9.99. Order online 7 days a week for carryout or delivery with no limit on this deal. You can stack those pizzas high and order as many one-topping pizzas for $9.99 as you want, as often as you want. But hurry, because who knows how long this will last at Vocelli Pizza. For a hot deal that won't burn your wallet, order from Vocelli Pizza on Oakland Ave.
Yard run to make it 14-0. Then Keemon Spell got in the action with a 37-yard touchdown run. It was only a one-play drive. He also had a 40-yard punt return to make it 28-0. A two-play drive a couple of series later. It was Miller to Miller, Matt Miller to Abraham Miller for a 21-yard touchdown pass. He found the tight end, 35-0. They just kept adding on after that and on way to a 74-6 game. And we are getting set to go down to the field, so hopefully back at the studio we are ready to record as we're going to have our Crimson Wealth Management sideline report. And Doug Steve is down on the field. Wait to see. He has Coach Zelinskis.
Okay, thank you, Mark. And Coach, listen to what you told your team after the game here. I mean, when you talked to the McKeesport head coach, they have a great team. You congratulated them on the game tonight. And secondly, you said we hope we play you guys next year.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Hey, we're not going to sit around. I appreciate them not taking it easy on us. I mean, they put some subs in at the end of the game, but those kids kept playing hard, and we just had to learn something tonight about ourselves, about not quitting, not giving up. I know the score was ugly. I told you at halftime, I said I didn't care what the score was. I said what I care about is each and every player in this room. Same thing for every coach, and we just got to go out there and keep fighting the second half, and that's exactly what we did. And I'm very pleased with what we did out there in the second half.
Keemon Spell, their star running back. I mentioned on the air at the beginning of the game, I may not have seen a better running back since LeVar Arrington played at North Hills here in Indiana. He's just a special talent.
He is, and I mean, hey, I told the kids at halftime, I mean, we played against, Jordan Whitehead in 2014, and in the first round of the playoffs down at Butler, I think it was, and he's still playing for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And as good as he was, and that was up to that point, I thought that was the best running back that we saw, and we all know he had a great, career at Pitt. But this kid's better. He's unbelievable, and obviously, you get some momentum when you get some scores like that. That's as good as a team I've seen up front. I mean, they had some big bodies, mature kids, physically strong, could move, fundamentally sound, and I mean, we got a good feel for where we are as a program in terms of where we come from January and where we are right now. And so now this is a good gauge for us. And if we want to be the best team out there, we got to get up to that level. And so we got something to compare ourselves with. So, like I said, I told him, about the fog of war, how important flag bearers, we were bringing flags out tonight and how it was, in wars like the Civil War and the Revolutionary War. Most honorable thing to do was to drop your rifle and pick that flag up because people were counting on you and which way the troops were going to go. And, man, I wanted to see somebody pick that flag up and head straight to McKeesport. And I thought we saw that in the second half.
You talk about how explosive McKeesport was offensively, but I was impressed with their defense. They have team speed, but number 7, Michael Wright, really is a heck of a defensive player as well.
No, he's a college football player. I don't know where he's going to end up playing, but I don't know. That's the best linebacker we've seen in a long time here. Again, he can move around. He's strong. He's explosive. His speed is unbelievable. Our kids were a little bit shocked. A lot of times we release inside and block those guys, on our midline option. And, he's gone in a flash. They just haven't seen anybody with that type of speed, up to this point. So, but across the board, I thought all 11 guys on the football field on defense. I haven't seen a defense like that in a long, long, long time. And that's going to be the strength of that. Obviously, they got spells, but that's going to carry them pretty far in the playoffs. I think when spells was nicked up at the beginning of the season, I can't see people beating this team.
You as the head coach, your assistants, one thing that you did tonight, especially you've done all along, is stay positive with the players. In a game like this, you could get down on teams, other coaches would get down on teams, but you and your staff really stayed positive with the players. What was your talk to them for next week, the last game of the year with Mars?
I told them, I said, look, you seniors, you only got 4 plays, 4 more practices left, and one more game, and it breaks my heart. These kids have only been around since January, and they're not going to see the fruit of, some seed that we planted tonight. And I just, like I said, I feel for those kids. They only got a little bit of this, but, they played an important part of building. We laid a good foundation this year, and, we got an opportunity to go out there and beat another good football team. Mars isn't a slouch. They're very sound, across the board. They got some great players. They don't got players that can run like these guys, but they still got some decent players. So, we got to really work it up in our game. We got to look at the video and see some of the stuff that we did. And I think we got a little bit overwhelmed in the first half with the speed of the game and how fast their defense was going. And so now we got to learn how to play that fast, and that's what we're going to focus on this week.
Okay, thank you again, Z, for stopping by after the game, and go get them next week.
Thanks, Doug. Appreciate it.
Okay, there you have it, head coach Mark Zielinskis, and we'll send it back upstairs.
Okay, we appreciate that from our sideline reports all night long by Doug Steve, our Crimson Wealth Management sideline reports. So just quickly, at the end of the half, we were going through our game recap. It was 62-0 at the end of the half. Interception to start the second half. Indiana did add a late touchdown by Elijah Thomas. And then McKeesport answered right back, but ended up being 74-6 was our final score, and a salute to Heroes Night, Pat. And also want to thank Dylan Folk and Zeke Thomas for filling in a little bit on this second half and getting a chance to be on the air.
Yeah, those guys have been with us all year. Zeke even travels and has done our stats, and I know he is an interest in getting into this. Like I've said before, he's the public address announcer at the Miracle League, so I'd like to get him on the air a little bit. And Dylan Folk, he's also interested in doing this. He's been at every home game with us, so get those guys a little live action too, and we appreciate their help all year long. And it's one of those nights where McKeesport's a very, very good football team, and hopefully Indiana's kids will learn and grow from that experience and move forward.
We have to name a Gooden Associates good player of the game here tonight.
And, it's one of these. It's I think it's more of a recognition for the job that this young man's done all years. Zach Brewer, he's been the center all year long. He's played every snap of every game. He's the guy that gets the offensive line set, and recognize him, give him a little bit of positive kudos for all the things he's done all year. So we appreciate him. So that's our Gooden Associates player of the game, Indiana center Zach Brewer.
Sounds good. And I also want to say it was nice, even with all the attention around Keemon Spell after the game, getting photographs and meeting with some of the Indiana fans and some of the kids that play football were down there talking to him and was gracious enough with his time. Even though his team was off the field, he was there meeting with some of the fans, getting some photos. So that was kind of nice to see.
Yeah, and that you're right. And I remember as a young kid coming to a game, I was probably 6, 7 years old, and Major Harris was playing, and he hit a touchdown here. Major Harris went on to be the quarterback at West Virginia, and just one of those games. And he threw a Hail Mary at the end of the game. I'm sure Doug remembers it too. But, just heartbreaking. Indiana had the lead and couldn't hold on. And so I always remember that. And so for these kids to see this spell play, they're going to remember that for a long time.
It was impressive tonight, I think, all the way around McKeesport. And doesn't get any easier for Indiana. Well, maybe it'll get a little easier, but not a whole lot with Mars coming to town
next week.
And that's going to be senior night. We'll wrap things up. I love Z's comments about, the seniors not necessarily getting a chance to see all the fruits grow from the seeds that they planted this year, but it'll be a nice way to see how they end the season and maybe bounce back a little bit. And certainly very tough game here tonight with the talent and the speed of McKeesport. But we'll be back next week for Mars and see what we can do against Mars. And we encourage you. We've had some really wonderful weather, so come out next week at Andy Kuznetsky Field and cheer on this team one final time for this season as we have senior night and the Indiana High Little Indians taking on Mars. For tonight, it was McKeesport getting the best of Indiana, 74-6. I'd like to thank Alex and Sam for running our videography here tonight on Renda Digital TV, and they've certainly done a great job. Hopefully you're able to tune into that. Austin Rako back at the studio has been fantastic for us, and we thank him for doing his first game and an excellent job here tonight with a little help from his mom, Carrie, but really mostly Austin.
Yeah, great job tonight, Austin. We appreciate it. And Sam Snedden and Alex Donaldson, our video crew, and Doug Steve, as always. I mean, can't say enough things about Doug and the job that he does.
Yeah. And so we will wrap this up, but thank you to Doug. Thanks to Pat Dougherty. I'm Mark Hilliard, and we appreciate you tuning in here tonight as McKeesport defeats Indiana 74-6. Have a good evening, everybody, from Andy Kuznetsky Field, AM 1450 WDAD, 100.3 FM, and Renda Digital TV.
Through summer and save big at Luther Ford. Right now at Luther Ford, lease a new 2025 Ford F-150 XLT or Ford Ranger XLT, your choice, just $420 a month. That's right, your choice, just $420 a month with no money down. These Luther Ford leases are incredible, and with no money down, the savings are huge. Luther Ford, Route 119, Homer City, and Admiral Perry Highway, Evansburg.
One insurance agency apart from another. Building relationships. Hutton Blues Insurance prides themselves on building strong, personal relationships with their clients. Hutton Blues is an independent agency offering you choices to get you the best coverage at the best rate. When you buy insurance, whether it's for your home, car, business, life, or retirement, you want an advocate working in your best interests, and that's the Hutton Blues Insurance Indiana County and Trent Insurance Cambria County.
Spectacular savings are here at 5-star Mitsubishi Altoona. This October, we're brewing up scary good deals that will make your wallet with joy. Save up to $10,000 on your new Mitsubishi and available 0% APR for up to 60 months on all Mitsubishi models.
Don't ghost these savings. Get in today to the Mitsubishi Giant before these deals disappear.
Discover a world of convenience at Martin's Food Store in Indiana, where quantity, variety, and freshness meet unbeatable value. Shop in-store or online at martinsfoods.com, with personalized service including hand-picked groceries delivered to your car. Plus, Martin's Pharmacy makes it easy to fill your prescriptions while you shop. Don't forget to join the Martin's Loyalty Program. Earn and redeem points for groceries and even gas. Experience why Martin's Food Store is the gold winner in the best of Indiana County. Visit them on Oakland Avenue today